Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another week of the Breaking Ball podcast. We got the boys here today. We got Noah King, Tyler Dillard,
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, and we missed him. He wasn't here last week, and it was it really had us all down. I think Brennan Hansen is back,
And
then
it's good to be back.
as always, we have our boy Shondell too.
Beautiful.
How's everyone doing today?
Sweetness.
Everyone doing good?
Doing great.
Can't
Yeah,
Doing great.
complain.
feeling good.
Can't complain on this Monday. Thanks for asking, Frank. That was a nice touch.
It's a Tuesday. It's a
Monday.
Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
This
Yeah.
Tuesday, man.
just to clarify.
These are the only 2 days. This is one of the
Yeah.
few days of the week. One of 3 days of the week that we don't get any NFL football. So
Mhm.
that's a shame.
Happy
man.
holidays,
But,
everyone. Holidays are nearing though.
Yeah,
Feeling
we
Christmas.
got the boys here to break down and recap week 15 in the NFL, which was a good week. Good week here. We had all 32 teams playing this weekend. No more bye weeks. Last week was the last round of bye weeks, so yeah. I like the Saturday games. I really do. I enjoy them. I enjoyed them, even though I only don't watch one of them or two of them. I really enjoyed the Saturday games. I liked having games on Saturday. But yeah, so let's go back to Thursday. I think we all know what we're about to have to do here.
Yeah. So I was actually
Yeesh.
tripping
Yeah.
balls on Trimmies, and it was as if I was watching myself fall deep into this void of just terribleness. I actually had a parlay down on Austin
God.
Eckler, rushing yards, the whole nine, and for the Chargers to go out there in a game where the Raiders had scored. Remember, the Raiders scored 3 points the week before.
Yeah.
So how bad did the Chargers have to be for the Raiders to go in and score 63 points?
Raiders 63, Chargers 21. Oh, scoregami here, boys. Scoregami. We had an earlier scoregami of 60 or greater points earlier in the year, and then now we have our second. Is this how many times how many times has a team scored 60? Like I don't remember a team scoring 60 before this year.
Oh my God.
I'm sure there was a game where there was,
Dolphins.
but it was
And now
the
but this year we have 2, which is
Oh, yeah,
kind of
you're right.
crazy.
Yeah,
Patriots. Patriots back in 07 against the Titans.
Oh,
That
and
was
then,
the last one.
No, there's probably
Did
been
the
one
Rams
before
in the playoffs? Who was it? The Rams and with Jared Goff?
oh, 60
James
scored a
total
lot.
in a game. Yeah, 60 total in a
know.
game.
If
60
you
by
put up
one
60
team.
points, you're destroying
That's
someone.
Brandon Staley was finally fired. I think that's
Yeah.
the
Chargers
light
are at
is
rock
for
bottom.
Chargers fans.
They cleared shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock bottom for
First
the
time in
Chargers.
franchise history for the Raiders, though, scoring 63, highest they've scored in franchise history. And was this the Raiders as good as they are, or was this just how bad the Chargers are? But this is a massive improvement because they score 3 points the week before, and now they have 63. So is it all just bad Chargers, or is it the Raiders getting a feel for their new quarterback O'Connell and in a home matchup? That's really the question.
I think it's bad Chargers. I think it's just
Yeah,
plain and simple
it's-
bad
Rodgers, man.
Chargers.
I think it's 100% bad Chargers. Aiden O'Connell is not a good quarterback. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I hate to break you
Oh.
this news.
You had the guy that coaches the players get fired, and the dude that acquires the players get fired.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That's
and after the same game.
Yeah, there was only one good thing that happened in Los Angeles football this week, and it was that the Chargers fired Brandon Staley.
Well, I think the Rams also won.
Oh yeah,
So
The
that's
real
another
I guess for
good thing.
Charger football.
Is the game better if Herbert plays, or is
Oh,
it
yeah.
not better?
They might have
Yeah.
got
Oh,
another
way better,
touchdown.
dude. He carries them. Yeah.
yeah.
He's the reason why they scored points.
They would have won the game, I think, if Justin Herbert. was
Stop
playing.
it!
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
They're
I
not.
don't know if
They're
they're
not
winning.
scoring.
I think
They're
that
not
I think they
scoring.
would
they're
have.
not
Well,
scoring
Okay, but
points.
They're
you
picking
can't
up
tell
the
me.
2 touchdowns for the defense.
Hold up. Yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
That is true. That is true.
That, and then also, dude, that defense, those secondary players. Who is it? Noah, number 43.
Michael Davis. I've
That
already
is
talked
the
about him on the pod.
yeah.
I've already
Yeah,
talked about him
last
on the
week.
pod. He is by far one of the worst football players I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes.
Yeah,
Just
it was
football
bad,
player.
dude.
Just
It was
football.
bad.
Like,
I
it's-
stopped it. We
He
were
said just football.
us two and Jake were sitting here watching, and I stopped it on like when they were going to make it 63, and this guy, like his guy goes in motion, and he just like he does one of those stutter motions and then comes back to like right like he doesn't actually run across the whole entire field. And he just takes off to the other side of the field. And his guy is the one. It was Jacoby Myers when he threw the touchdown.
Hmm.
He just like, dude, he was on the other side of the field and didn't even realize he stopped and got pitched the ball. It was
He got
so bad.
lost.
But
He got
well,
lost
dude,
in the
I'm just like the defense looked very uninspired. They looked like they probably watched Easton Stick all week in practice and was like, we got no shot. Who cares?
You're right.
All right, so
Well-
I've got that for you. Since the merger, since the first Super Bowl was played, there's been 10 teams to score 60 plus points in a game.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. And the Las Vegas Raiders part of that. You know, it was sad to see, like I said, them score 3 points last week. I think this is a high they can ride. I'm not saying a playoff team, but man, Vegas deserves better than that. That stadium's gorgeous. And for them to go in there and put up 63 on the Chargers, it's a good win for them, all in all, in another
you know-
murky season, you know?
Well, yeah, hopefully they'll be able to do it with Caleb Williams next year after they trade us Max Crosby.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, that game was yeah. No fun
bad.
for Chargers fans, sorry. But all right, let's move on. Saturday, like I said earlier, them Saturday games, I was enjoying them. We got Vikings 24, Bengals 27.
Yep.
The Bengals, man.
Is Jake Browning the real deal?
Jake Browning. He's here.
You know, I had been hearing his path to the NFL is it's very unorthodox, but apparently he was a baller at everywhere he played, and he was just waiting for a shot. This with Jamar Chase leaving mid-game with, I believe, a shoulder injury or something like that. 324, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 29 completions. Tight game with the Vikings, but I don't think the Bengals are a team to make a lot of noise, which is what we're really looking at here at Week 15. The question is, if they don't make noise, if they do make playoffs or don't make playoffs, is this season already a disappointment, or are we just kind of seeing how far they can
Oh
go?
yeah. Oh, this season is already written off. You lost Joe Burrow. You lost the most expensive quarterback in the league. It's been a write-off ever since.
They're
Honestly,
honestly shocked they have 8 wins.
If I was
What
the
if-
Bengals, if I was a Bengals fan, I'd be pissed off. Actually,
Really, Frank? What if
I'd be
they
wanting
win-
a better draft pick.
Frank, what
I'd be
if they-
wanting a better draft pick. If we're gonna
what if
suck
they-
and not be able to beat anybody, I'd at least want a better draft pick.
They're beating
Right.
teams right now.
They're
though.
8 and 6.
Yeah, they
Frank.
can sneak
Chill
into
out.
the
They-
playoffs.
They're not
They're in the
wild.
playoffs.
They're not winning the Super Bowl. I don't care
if they
about
did,
just going to
though,
the
huh?
playoffs. They
You
could
know,
be
You play
getting a
Jake Browning. You keep
they
Joe
could be
Burrow.
getting a top 5 pick or a top 8 pick or whatever if they would just lose some damn games.
They can.
It's
Jake
definitely
Browning's the
difficult.
GOAT.
Right, it's
That's the
difficult
different
being middle of the
mindset.
pack. Right.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
difficult being middle of the pack
From a
'cause
draft
it's
pick
like-
organization.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they
from
were in
the-
the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Yeah, you're right.
insane.
All right, TD. You got me there, whatever.
Yeah, the roster's still loaded.
Yeah, did you see
And
that
this is
catch
T
from
Higgins under
T?
contract
Yeah.
year too. They're probably not going to have him next year. This
That's
was
what I'm
their
saying.
year.
They could, dude.
Think about
Imagine if they would have just
When-
sucked and then they went and got Malik Neighbors to go with Jamar. Them 3 LSU.
That's it.
They can still get a good wide receiver though.
Yeah, dude. There's so many.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a deep draft.
I
sure.
don't. But for me, I think it's like Malik Neighbors and Marvin Harrison, and then it's not a big drop off, but I don't think Odunze's good, but I don't think he's better than those two.
You're missing
Me,
Xavier
Xavier.
Worthy.
Give
Yeah.
me
Xavier
Xavier Worth, Blake.
And
Keon
he's
Coleman,
not
are
better
we
than.
serious?
I don't
Yeah,
think
Keon
he's better
Coleman.
than them two.
But it's a deep draft.
fine.
It's
It
a
is.
deep
It
draft.
is. You're right. But I'm just saying, Malik Neighbors and Marvin Harrison are like the
We'll see what the
two that
execs think.
stand out.
So, how do we feel about the Vikings as a playoff team? Because they sit at
No.
6
No.
right now. They
Dude,
sit at
yeah,
6.
Kick them out, man.
They sit at
No.
6.
Yeah.
Defense is
They're
way
not-
improved from last year, though. But
No.
I
I
mean,
don't want to
so-
watch Nick Mullins in the
they
playoffs.
lost Kirko.
No.
Yeah, bro. No
That's
one
going to
wants
ruin a perfectly good playoff game.
Jay Jettas did just come back, but everyone wants to see Kirk, man.
So we're thinking probably Seattle sneaks that spot from Minnesota.
Don't want Seattle in it.
Green
either.
Bay
But there's
could.
I'm
no other
hoping
team.
The Rams.
Green Bay could, but
The
the
Rams.
Rams are in right now at 7. The
Rams and
Vikings are
Saints.
The
Rams
Saints
I
and
don't
are-
want to
Saints.
see
nah.
the Saints.
It's
I'd
only-
rather see the
There's only
Saints.
going to be
Fucking
one.
Derek Carr.
Yeah.
I'd rather
They're
see the
watching.
Saints than freaking Nick Mullins on the Vikings.
The Saints are a
I'd
better
rather see
team.
Seattle over the
I'd rather
Saints.
see Seattle. I'd rather. See
I don't
Seattle.
want to watch Gino.
I want to watch Jameis Winston play a playoff game.
I want to watch Drew Lock. We'll get to
Yeah.
that, but I want to watch Drew.
Make
Lock.
sure it fit.
I do. I don't.
We'll get to it, but I want to watch Drew.
I do
Lock.
not want to watch Drew Lock either. I'd way rather watch Derek Carr.
Tom Herman
Yeah,
somewhere
it's a-
in a deep
You
pit
want
of
doing
hell.
that right now?
I feel
and
bad,
Derek
though,
Carr
for-
sucks. Just let's
Um,
put that. I think he sucks, but
You're the
I'd
one.
rather-
You're the one that set the Saints in the playoffs, Frank.
I'm
so I don't
just
know what
saying,
you're talking
like,
about.
but then I'd rather watch Alvin Kamara, like those receivers they have, than
So
freaking-
since these
Yeah.
two teams played each other, and just because they played each other, both lost their starting quarterbacks. Who, in you guys' opinion, since we're at the tail end, would have been better, had a higher ceiling? Minnesota with Kirk, or Cincinnati with Joe Burrow? You know, like, I mean, who's more competitive?
Oh,
Because
Cincinnati
Joe
with
Burrow got
Joe
hurt.
Burrow.
I don't know, because
Yeah.
before Joe Burrow got hurt, they weren't really making a
Yeah,
lot of
because
noise.
they hadn't hit their hot streak yet.
Well, they start off slow. The Bengals always
Yeah.
start 0-2
Yeah.
with Joe Burrow typically.
I like Minnesota over Cincinnati. I think if they both are at full health, I'd take Minnesota. in
See,
that game.
Minnesota had a
No.
slow start too this year.
Yeah, they
Minnesota had
did.
a
did.
slow
Right.
start.
And
then
they brought it. They kind of had similar like
literally,
scripts.
around like week 3 to 4, their defense just completely ascended and started dominating.
Yeah.
I say
Yeah.
dominating. They actually kept them in games. Last year they did not do that. Last year was all off.
I think it's a tight division race for Kings of the North between Lions and Minnesota if Kirk doesn't get hurt for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I would
And I
agree.
say that.
because the Vikings
But
have so
no,
much
it's a
offense.
Big injury.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do.
they do.
Yeah, Vikings
do.
got kind of screwed over.
Yeah, they
They
did.
do. Yeah, injuries happen. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, they
But-
do. Devastating
right.
season for the Vikings.
All right. Yeah. So it's a good game. I was just actually watching it a minute ago. I watched the entire first half while I was sitting down here
Mhm.
watching the rerun. So it was a good game. All right. Next game here. Steelers 13, Colts 30. What is that, Ty?
The Steelers season, Frank. That's the Steelers season, just
Is
going
that-
down the drain and throwing it in the
Yeah.
disposal and letting
man.
letting that baby rip. Mitch Trubisky is not good, and Mason
It was
Rudolph.
in-
Go ahead,
It was
Noah.
in the
No,
drain.
go ahead.
It was in the drain when they walked out there with Kenny Pickett as their starter, and they thought that was going to work. I'm sorry. As soon as the season started, it was in the drain.
They were winning football games. They were definitely.
They
a
shouldn't
playoff
have
team.
won any of those
They weren't
games.
going to win a playoff game with that shit, though. They were not. It was
It's a
just like
different
last year with
mindset
fucking,
again.
or not last year. 2 years ago with Ben Roethlisberger at 40 years old. They made the playoffs.
The
and we had to watch
Steelers
that
don't
one.
like to lose. Neither do the Cowboys. It's a different mindset.
That's what you get though when you're middle of the pack all these seasons in a row, right? And you don't have a high draft pick, you don't have a low draft pick, you don't spend a lot of money in free agency. You kind of just become this competitive team, and you stay the same. And at some point, it all comes crashing down. You know, just
Yeah.
and it sucks because you're competitive for so long and you win games, not competitive enough for a Super Bowl. But competitive enough to be out of some of the top picks in the draft for real talent. And then now all you have to show for it is 30-13 to a team that's been bad and just has a lot of talent on offense to make up for having a quarterback that isn't one of the top in the league. On that though, Minshew's been balling,
Gardner.
balling,
Oh man,
balling. You know,
he's
it's
nice.
just-
Yeah, I
he's
gotta give it.
nice.
He's
He's
nice.
nice.
Colts again. Shane. I think if I had to vote, Shane Steichen's the coach of the year.
No. D'Amico
Sorry,
is.
Noah. Sorry, Noah. I
Oh,
think
you
he
just
should.
dick
no.
ride. You dick ride
I
the
think
teams that
he's
aren't
no,
ours.
no.
You
I
dick
think
on
he's
all of our
no.
teams.
He's done more with. Has he not done more with less?
We've won 7 games the last 2 years, and D'Amico came in and won more than that in one season.
The Colts sucked last year.
The year before, they still have a solid nucleus of veteran players. We have the youngest roster in the league, brand new head coach and OC, and you're not going to give him credit for what? He's already at 8 wins with
Yeah.
a team that they couldn't even match that over 2 seasons.
He's
combined.
winning games with Gardner Minshew.
Okay, we just won a game with Case Keenum.
Yeah, that's one game.
AFC
Get
South
down.
is gonna get sweaty.
It's gonna get sweaty. I would
But-
like D'Amico
I'm just
there
saying.
just because
It's
of the
D'Amico,
rookie
bro.
quarterback.
If you have common
Um,
sense, it's D'Amico.
I would like him there just because of the rookie quarterback and
Sorry,
because of
that's-
the losses that they have.
You okay? But
This-
hold up. You're acting like he's not even in the conversation. He's definitely in the conversation.
He's in the
Shane Steichen.
conversation, but if you're placing
Without
your
a doubt.
vote, it's clearly D'Amico.
No, I don't. I would choose him. I think.
Oh, just because you're it's
I'm
the
not-
bias against all of
no.
our teams. That's what you do every time.
No, I don't.
Yes, you
Noah.
do. Yes, you do.
Noah, quit getting
Yes,
so
you do.
butthurt. You
No,
sit
'cause
here and
I'm
call the
calling-
Bears shit
I'm
all the
not butthurt
time
at
and all my
all.
teams.
I'm
The Bears
but-
are shit.
No,
Okay, exactly.
I'm not butthurt at all. I'm just calling you out. 'cause
It's-
you
it's
fucking do
facts,
this to
though.
Everybody else's teams, you do it every time. I know
No, I
that's out of
don't.
spite. You're sitting here like, oh,
No, I
Shane
don't.
Steichen, I'm gonna jerk him off.
No.
Let's get to
That's
the
all
next
of
one.
us.
Let's
We'll
get
see,
to
though,
the next
Noah.
one.
Oh, but I'd like to say, Mitch, it's I was wrong. It's time to go be a family man. You look like you have a lovely wife. Go be with her. You just had a kid. Because football is not
There's
your
no
thing,
talent.
buddy. It's
no
not your
talent.
thing.
Well,
It's
I think
not your
also
thing.
Mike Tomlin, the whole front office. I mean, can any of us name off the top of our head? Oh, that's a hit that they got in a draft. You know, the Steelers. Besides T.J. Watt, I'm sure they have some great role players, but where's their like big fucking draft hit? You know what I mean? Where's the talent on this team?
Alex
Like, what are we
Highsmith?
looking at?
TJ
Highsmith's
Smith's
really
all their
good. T.J.
defense.
Watt I already said right. It's all on their defense, and it's like
Yeah, it is.
we're seeing it.
Well,
now
George
when you put up
Pickens,
13
George
points.
Pickens is a talented, and Deontay Johnson. They're both very talented, but they're just both selfish as fuck.
Sorry attitude. George Pickens
Yeah.
has a sorry attitude.
It's we're seeing
They're
it, though.
very
There's no
talented.
talent on that team.
George
I
Pickens
don't
is
think-
very talented.
He's looking like Juju Smith-Schuster.
But he
He
needs-
might
yeah.
go and win a Super Bowl and then be shit for somewhere else.
Yeah.
He's a piece of shit. That's just how it is.
Horrible.
But
He doesn't block at all.
he
Doesn't
said-
even try.
he said he didn't want
Can't
to get
stand
hurt.
that shit. He doesn't want to get hurt.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
Soft ass
Yeah.
shit.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So the next, can we go to Denver? I want to talk about. Go ahead, Frank.
I guess,
You-
Ty. Well, I mean, you took over, so I thought I'd let
mean-
you go.
Yeah, it's time
we'll
for Denver.
go.
You're
Yeah,
a host to this show too, aren't you?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the next game.
All right,
The nightcap.
Broncos 17, Lions 42. What's up, Ty? What's on your
I
mind?
want to give Jared Goff a little bit of props, man, because I lost money placing a lot of bets on his interception. So I'm a man that can come in here the next day and admit he was wrong about Jared Goff, and he finally showed
yeah.
that he can play that game. But we'll see
Mhm.
next week if he can continue to play that game.
Mm-hmm.
But the Denver Broncos, man, I was really high on them to make the playoffs, and it's not looking. If they bring that out there, that
They're
ain't
not
gonna-
making the
Me too.
playoffs. It's over.
Yeah.
that ain't gonna
that
do
was
it.
gonna be lost, man.
It's over.
It's
AFC's
bad.
too competitive. They dropped 2 spots off that one loss. They're just in front of the Raiders in the AFC for perspective. They're at 11.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
It's bad for them to go in there and.
I'm down to
But you
16.
see, we hadn't seen these teams somehow. it seems like I don't know if it's game planning, but they have an identity to start the season, and whether it's because of injuries or just longevity or just trying to mix it up to see what you have, see what you can run, they go away from it. Like the Lions weren't this big play team. They were at the start of the season, putting up all sort of points and shit. It's kind of like that mid point of the season when we were talking about them, like, where's Detroit? Like, what's happening? They started dropping in points. They weren't going for the big plays. They seemed more run heavy, a lot of tough losses. In this game, they came out swinging 278, 5 tubs for Goff. Everything was hitting. Laporta, an absolute rock star. Like, just I mean, this was a deep tight end draft, and I was one of the guys who was like Michael Mayer, Luke Musgrave, you know, lacerated kidney, or else he'd be up there. But Kincaid, right? And it seems like Laporta's kind of snuck in and snuck the show away. But fantastic,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean-
it was just
Well, it's to the point now where you're just like, give me the next guy at Iowa, whoever it is.
Yeah.
I don't even
after
care who
George
it is.
Kittle.
Just give me him.
yeah.
Sam Laporta, guys, I for real think, like, in terms of fantasy, I think he could be a Travis Kelce type of tight end in the next foreseeable future. Maybe
Yeah,
not next year,
for
maybe
sure.
not in the next 2, but like in 3 years. Actually, no, I said
Well,
yeah,
he-
his next
he-
2, by his 3rd year, because receivers
Oh,
typically
yeah.
peak in 3rd year. If we're talking,
Oh, yeah.
if we're talking,
Like, Goff
stats.
likes him. Like he looks there. His first check
Mhm.
down is Amon Ra, then
Oh yeah,
maybe
bro,
the running back, but then Sam Laporta's
in-
right there.
in training camp, all the other tight ends were saying he was crazy, man. Like you already have
Mhm.
veterans coming out and saying that he's going to be something special. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the Denver Broncos could finish with 10 wins, and that's just gonna be another horrible playoff game.
they could.
Yeah.
Ty's not wrong. They are 7-7. I did say they're 11 out of 16, but the AFC is so tight that between the Broncos and the number 3 Chiefs, there's only a 2-loss difference. The Chiefs
Yeah.
have 9 wins, and the Broncos have 7, and
the-
they are like
They play the
8
Patriots,
spots.
Patriots,
they're
Chargers,
8 spots away.
Raiders.
What
Yeah.
what we're
that's pretty
forgetting
low.
here is okay. So Browns are
Right.
5, Bengals 6, Colts 7. I hate the Jags at 4. This is ridiculous.
Jags
the
seem to be
Bills are
thrown
gonna
out.
be-
They stink.
The Jags should be thrown out, but the Bills will be in the playoffs this year. We'll get
Oh,
to that,
definitely.
but we all know
Definitely.
the
Yeah.
Bills are going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh,
no
yeah.
way they're missing.
So, no way. So in the bubble is Texans, Bills, Steelers at 10, and Broncos at 11. I don't know. It could get tight.
They're,
It's
but they're
getting
gonna.
Ready for some bad playoff games, boys.
I don't think not in the
Round one.
AFC. If there's the Bills in it, the Bills are probably they might play Kansas City. No,
They
could,
they will
yeah,
actually. 'Cause
actually,
it
yeah.
would
they
be
might
3
play Kansas
yeah.
City in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, they might if
The
they go to
way-
6.
The way that the divisions work in the AFC and
Kansas
the
goes to
way
2
this
and they go to
season
8. Yeah.
the way this
7.
season is panned out, we have a lot of division winners that are just not that good, and we just have a lot of other teams in the hunt that are just in tough divisions that are
You think
looking
it-
for a spot.
You think it
Yeah,
should go
it's
off
just-
total record then, or should it be off division?
No, I like the way it goes.
I like
you
yeah.
know,
I
'cause
like the way it goes.
I like the way it goes. It
It's-
just mixes things up.
We've-
You know.
There's been notably a Panthers team actually. I think it was in the 2000s, later 2000s, not 2010s. They went negative. They had a negative record. I think they went 7-9. Went to the playoffs.
I
but
remember
it was
that.
it was like a 1-score game. So I
Yeah.
mean, everyone knew they were going to lose, but it wasn't like a
Right.
complete blowout.
Yeah,
Everyone's
I
got a
remember
shot.
that. They hosted a playoff game. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
dude.
remember.
Yeah, they were a losing team, but they won the division.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
And then once again, though, like you said, Brennan, a team that actually has like a winning record or might be like 500 is left out. So
Yeah.
yeah,
You know.
yeah, that's true.
depends.
Winning your division, I do agree though, it means something because you play these teams twice a year, and it's hard to beat a team twice. And some of these teams in these divisions, like they play each other constantly. They always know what's going on with this team, well, the other 3 teams in their division. And if you have a team that can top 3 other teams that you play twice a year, like you're kind of a different caliber than a team that just wins, as we've seen some teams win because of weakness of schedule. So
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
I agree. All right, let's move on here, boys. We got next game here. We got Saints 24, Giants 6.
Tommy
Yeah,
Cutlets,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, Tommy.
And
And
that's
it
sad.
all comes
Aw.
crashing down for the Italian
Yeah.
kid.
Guys, there
That
might be a
quick.
horse head. There might be kisses of death being administered over the hit on Tommy Cutlets. You know how the mob moves
dude.
up there? I don't
I
know.
mean,
Yeah.
this was gonna end at a certain
there
point.
might be
I
some
mean,
kneecaps getting caved in.
I was watching him when he played the Packers, and I was like, this guy is so limited. He is
Well, the
so
thing-
limited.
It's that
The thing
O-line.
about the
Yeah.
thing about the Packers game, and I wasn't here last week, but a lot had to happen for that game to go. A lot had to happen wrong for the Packers, for the Giants to
Oh.
be in it. Honestly, the muffed punt, okay, the fumble from Jordan Love, all right, an away game, they're in New York, all right, his dad's in attendance, the mob's in attendance. Like, we're not gonna gloss over the moon being in a perfect position for some of these plays that they hit on, but I liked what they did. For them to come in here and this Saints team, I think it's a bigger win for the Saints than it is a loss for the Giants. We all knew what the Giants were. If you were going off of last week, then you probably were a bit shocked. But this is a Saints team that deserves to be in the playoffs, I think.
I
just
agree
based
too.
off
That's
of-
why I just said earlier, I'd rather see them than Minnesota or Seattle. I don't want to see Seattle. Or
Well, the Saints are
Minnesota.
probably gonna make it division.
Yeah, that's what it
Mhm.
looks. Well, Buccaneers.
yeah,
I think
there's-
the
yeah.
Buccaneers. Buccaneers
Yeah,
are
we'll
good.
get to that. We'll get to
Yeah,
that.
but I knew I shouldn't have throw you that bait because I knew you couldn't hold yourself back from talking about the Packers. You just had to. All right, but yeah, I mean, I think the big thing with this game was I'm looking at here at the box score. Giants only had 1 sack the whole game. Derek Carr had a clean pocket the entire day. That's why he threw for 3 TDs, 250.
Mhm.
Solid day for Derek Carr, really. Solid
I
day.
think Dable needs to have his brain checked. I'm looking here. Saquon Barkley, 9 carries for 14 yards. I know it's not working. I get it. But
Yeah.
to
That's
have
a big
Tommy,
issue.
yeah, I mean, to give Tommy DeVito it's bad in New York. What are you gonna do? But
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I
Pack it up.
I don't really
Yeah,
have much
bad.
else to say about this
me
one.
neither. It's bad.
Really.
It's just bad.
I mean-
It's devastating. It's devastating for New York, really.
They are
To go and
packing
get
it up.
to go and get Darren
Hopefully-
Waller.
Hopefully
what's the
Danny
Darren
Dimes can
Waller
come
thing?
back and he's got a golden arm.
It's disgusting, Frank. Darren Waller, Daniel Jones it's turning out to be this how good are you trying to be? You know what I mean? It can't be that
Saquon's
good.
just gonna walk. Saquon is just flat out gonna walk.
Saquon should have been out. Saquon should have been out.
You know what
Dude.
they should do? They could trade Dexter Lawrence and a few picks and get Caleb Williams.
This guy
Fucking-
Frank.
This
Everybody's trading with the Bears. Everybody.
I don't think they can really-
There, so.
They're gonna take a huge cap hit though if they did that because they just extended him.
I know.
Yeah, he said he
They
wants
already
to
are
stay
with
in New York.
Daniel Jones because he's freaking. They're gonna have to
Dude,
release
yeah.
him, and they're
It's
still
so
owe him
bad,
150 million dollars.
They did the same thing
just
with Kenny
terrible.
Galladay last year, dude. They keep doing this shit.
It's
They don't
really
learn
bad.
the lesson.
Smacked by the Eagles.
Yeah,
It's just bad,
Yeah, they-
man.
Get ran through.
Twice in 3
Like-
weeks, you got to play the Eagles. Is
It's gonna be
insane.
rough.
yeah.
But yeah,
that's-
Saints at 7-7. The Buccaneers are next up, or I think Buccaneers lead their division right now. We'll get to that, but that'll be one of the tighter races for sure. The NFC
Yeah.
South, is it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it the South?
Yeah, the
or-
South.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
so-
tight because Arthur Smith's a dumbass.
I don't think Bijan is the sole answer, but we'll get to that too.
Yeah. All right, let's move on here, and I'm ready for the dagger in my heart. Bears 17, Browns 20.
Frank, what happened to Darnell Mooney on that last play of the game?
Uh,
How
Uh,
good
that's
is
great.
Darnell Mooney? How good
Bro, he could
is
have
he,
actually won
Frank?
that game.
I
guys.
retract
Honestly-
everything I've said. No,
Frank,
you
that
know,
was
on the
right.
on the
That
fourth
was right on
down
him, dude.
when Justin Fields got tripped up, you know who missed the block? Darnell Mooney. It seems he's turned on us. He's looking like a
He's-
Packers double agent. And Robert Tunyon, it seems like we've got a bunch of them. We've got them spread all throughout our team, Packers double
Right.
agent.
Frank, do you want to run the viewers who didn't get a chance to see the game? Don't blame ya. It was the Bears. Just run them through that last play. Take them through the gripping, gut wrenching, devastating experience you went through. Play by play.
Well, so Justin Fields, he just dancing around back there, spinning, making all the moves he needed to make. Launches one up to the end zone. I see Cole Kmet first come into picture, and I'm like, there's a chance. And then I see 4 Browns players, and I'm like, oh God. And then I see the ball get knocked down, and I see Darnell Mooney's Butterfingers touch the ball while he's sitting on his ass.
On his back.
I
down
shit
there.
myself because I'm like, did we just win the game? And then he freaks out and throws the ball into the Browns defender's hands, and we lose. The most Bears way to lose.
It's a fucking pig.
You said I shit my pants.
It turns into a pick. It really is the most Bears way to lose. And that win, would you agree? That's the one that ends your season.
Dagger. It is.
Yeah,
Well, we're
that's
gonna
the-
need a lot of people to lose, and then I think I actually did it on the playoff generator. We need Seahawks to lose
Dear
the rest
God.
of their games.
Dear God.
We need we need Seahawks to lose the rest of their games. We need the Vikings to lose the rest of their games, and then the Rams to lose
goodness.
the rest of their games, and then we need y'all to lose one more game, and then that would set up Packers Bears week 18 to get into, or week 17 to get into the playoffs.
This
And
is the
you're getting
meme.
swept.
This is the
Yeah.
meme
Yes.
of Jim Carrey saying, "So you're saying there's a chance?"
There is a chance.
So let-
No.
So
Not a
let's
very
bring it
big
back
one.
a little bit. Let's bring it back a little bit, Frank. So why are y'all not a team that's pulling it up and trying to get a better draft pick? I get you have the Panthers pick, but why not two
Yeah.
good picks? Why are you not trying to lose? Why are you trying to
Because
win?
We're trying to build a winning culture. We sucked the last 2 years. You have to try to build a winning culture.
So okay,
Bengals have
a
not
different
sucked.
Right.
mindset.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Tank-
here's the
Tanking
thing too.
is not fun for
I
anybody.
needed to say this because I was thinking about this earlier today. Luke Getsy, you motherfucker. I can't believe this guy. He wasted 3 of our drives in the second half, running the ball 3 times. And then after the Browns score to kick the field goal. It's 17-10. He goes and we're 3rd and 1. And what does he do? Mark Sanchez drew it up. Tyler Scott is the guy that touches the ball the least amount in our offense, and he runs a jet sweep to him on 3rd and 1. Who are we deceiving?
I think
Not
this
a
is
damn thing.
another one of those things, kind of like the Seahawks game, but we'll get to that. For that last drive, a lot going right for the Browns and a lot going bad for the Bears. The
No,
Bears.
our defense is good.
I was gonna
our
say your
is
defense
playing
has
really
been
good.
showing up.
Yeah.
Jerome Ford 8 carries for 20 yards, 2.5 average. Kareem Hunt 7 carries for 8 yards. Locked him down in the run game. Joe Flacco said, "Hold on a second, I got something for you."
Yeah,
And for
he
that
threw
last drive,
250 in the fourth quarter. 250 in the
250
4th quarter he threw on
in the
us.
4th quarter.
Oh,
And,
Jake's joining us. But
There we
I
go.
have
Jake's
to
running.
I got to get this out too because I watched after we got the Eddie Jackson pick. We're on the 1 freaking yard line. This guy, he calls 8 shit plays in a row that we go backwards. They stop the run 3 straight times, then we get a false start. Then we get a pass interference. We had to go 9 plays until he called another shit play, and Justin Fields had to bail him out with that miraculous play on the goal line where he threw it to Cole Kmet. Did you see that, Brendan? Did you guys see that?
There was a draw, Frank. Let's not get too far here. You know,
I'm just
okay.
saying. I'm just
Let's not get
saying.
too far. I'm just
That one
saying.
felt good.
40 attempts, 19 completions on 40 attempts, 166 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
Okay.
That is Justin Fields'
Hold up.
numbers. That is not good.
Hold
Frank.
up.
It's not.
Let me hold up.
good.
Okay, can we factor in the blatant drops too? Robert Tunyon, That was a 60-something yard touchdown. Drop. Tyler Scott, 35-yard completion. Dropped. Darnell Mooney, 22-yard completion. Dropped. That's another, how many yards, Brendan? Do the math there. 110, 115 yards to the 160 or the 260 or 166. What's 166 plus 115? Quick math.
Not much. Not
Close
much.
to 300.
Do something.
I'm just saying. I'm
Do
just
something.
saying. There was a lot. I think he was the least of our worries on Sunday. We need some damn receivers. Outside of DJ Moore, we have nothing. Nothing.
I think
that was realized last year.
you
Yeah,
guys are
you're
coming
right.
though. I would
You're
say
right,
the
yeah.
Bears are coming though.
Okay,
don't
but
know
I
why.
just want to do one thing before we move on.
It's just three one things. This is three
Yeah,
one things.
one thing. I want to go around to everybody in here, and I want you to play Bears GM this offseason. What are you doing with our team, Ty?
Jesus, put me on the spot there. I mean,
Yeah,
you
what are you
gotta
doing?
form some kind of offensive line. You
cap
go
you
and you
have?
pay some money to the offensive line.
How much?
So you
what's
got you're going
Again.
line. Well, you
Right.
got two.
Yeah,
So
what? I have two.
yeah,
you
we're
have two
1 and
first rounders.
5 right now.
Yeah.
I would if you Marvin Harrison Jr.
Okay.
If you can get him, I will agree with that. Him and DJ Moore would be disgusting. And then, I mean, wherever you land with your second pick, I would draft probably. The tackles aren't even that good.
The Penn
and
State guy,
Penn State and
Fashuni.
If you
and
can
Joe
get him,
Altsbury.
yeah, I would get an O lineman, man. You gotta somehow.
Okay.
Justin Fields needs to be protected. If he's gonna be your guy, you need to protect Justin
Yeah.
Fields.
Yeah, I would agree. Noah.
I'm trading back with probably the Panthers pick, and I'm getting to whatever spot I can to select Malik Neighbors. Let someone else have Marvin Harrison Jr. Get the best O lineman you can with your own pick, and roll with what you get with that. And then use all your money you can on probably
D line,
probably another interior D lineman.
maybe some O lineman, a center.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Bruce,
All right. How much cap space do y'all have?
we're gonna have I think 60-something million.
You have to sign anybody?
Yeah, I mean, there's people available.
All right. So this is what I would do. If I had the cap space and if I could field him, I would try to get T. Higgins.
Why?
If I could,
I don't
if I
think
couldn't
so.
do that, if I couldn't do that, then I would
What
leave
are you
him on
doing
the
with the
team.
picks then? You're gonna trade the picks for T. Higgins?
No,
Oh,
that's cap.
that's-
I asked you for cap.
Oh,
You're
okay.
that's a free agent signing.
Yeah, okay. So what are you doing
You're
with
not
the
trading.
picks?
No, why would you trade a pick for T. Higgins?
Okay,
This-
yeah, you're right.
You traded the first overall pick for DJ Moore last season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
what are you doing with the picks?
If you want to load up on weapons still on offense, I would get T. Higgins.
Okay.
With the first pick, I would trade it back for a later first round pick. I would use that for an O lineman. I would get a late first round pick O line.
Probably be late top 10.
Well, I'll trade. Yeah, well, I guess you're right. I'll
Yeah.
trade the first overall pick back, draft an O lineman with that later pick, and I would try and see if I could get another smaller role player on either the D line or the O line.
To move back from 5?
Yeah, so no move back from 1 with the first
Oh,
overall pick. This is
okay.
the Panthers pick.
Okay.
So trade the first overall pick. You can move deep into the first round. Like I'm talking picks like 25 through 32. Get a
That'd need to be a lot of picks.
get a serviceable role player. Just you don't have to get a world beater. Just a guy that can fill in or just hold down
Yeah.
a job. Not get your quarterback
Okay.
murdered or give up giant gaps in the run stopper or fucking run blocker. That's all you really need if you're the Bears. And then with my own pick, I would take a freaking interior defensive lineman because why are we getting linebackers like Tremaine Edmonds that are supposed to stop the run, but they're getting met at their fucking level by the guards? Because the D linemen aren't getting separation. You need someone like Devondre Sweat. You need a big boy that sits in the fucking middle and eats blocks.
That's true. All right, Brendan. Quickly.
I'll make this
That's it.
quick. So yeah, I'll make it quick. So they walk into my office. They say, "What's your deal?" I say, "I've already sold the team. I'm going to Cancun tonight, and I've already bought a yacht, and I'm gonna stay on that yacht, and I'm never gonna think about the team ever again for the rest of my life. I've sold it. I've
You
sold,
sold it as the
So,
GM.
Okay, no, seriously, what? What are
Sold
you
it.
doing?
That's so-
Sold it. Sold
You're
it.
not. You're the GM, not the fucking owner.
Me and the GM are in cahoots. I'm fucking his wife. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so I would with the first pick. I mean, I hate this segment. I really do. Has this been a thing? I hate this
We're
segment.
just
Yeah,
starting.
trying to save
We're
Chicago.
starting it now. Yep.
I would.
Saving Frank's mental health.
So with the first pick, I would draft Marvin Harrison. I guess. I guess trading back seems to be the comment. I guess that's a better move. But I would just draft the guy, Marvin Harrison. Let's not get cute. And with the fifth pick, I would get probably the best O line available. And just bolster the offense that way.
All right,
simple.
I like that. I like that. Sean,
Yeah.
last.
Well, Frank, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet with you. It's really easy. It benefits both of our poverty franchises in a great deal of ways. You got the Carolina Panthers pick. Trade down with the Washington Commanders. We'll give y'all 4. Y'all get 1. We'll give you Deron Payne as well. We get Caleb Williams. Y'all get Deron Payne. Y'all fill in the defensive line needs. And then at your pick, you get an offensive line. And then we both win.
I
We
like
get
it.
Caleb Williams.
Building up the trenches. I like it. I like it a whole lot.
Actually not bad.
A lot of directions the Bears can go. It's
I think Deron
exciting,
Payne-
other than
wait, I think
losing all the games
Ron Payne holds a lot of weight.
and all the heartbreak this year. Well
Champagne.
worth it, I think. All right. Next game we got here: Panthers 9, Falcons 7. Panthers won a game. Who's
What am I
listening to something?
hearing?
Yeah.
Yeah. What am I hearing?
On me.
Anyways,
Might have been me. That's
So
on me.
at the beginning of the season, if you told me this was the Super Bowl matchup, I would have believed you. If you were Chief
What?
Crack. Every NFC South game is like going to Guantanamo Bay, dropping to Tura, and just hoping for the best. It's not a good time. It's not a good time.
Well, did you see the stands? Hey,
It's
Yeah.
probably like a
actually,
ghost town.
there
little
was
to
nobody
no
there.
attendance.
There was no attendance, but it still said there were 70,000 people in attendance.
Like what?
They showed up late.
What? Yeah, yeah.
Either
what,
that or they
reacted
bought-
in the first 3
That
minutes.
boy Jay.
Okay.
Jay,
What's up, Jake?
where
Sorry.
are you?
Oh
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm in my car. I'm headed home from work.
We're just
All right,
covering
let's
the
not
Falcons
crash our
Panthers
car now,
game.
Jake.
Yeah,
No,
how
Panthers-
unprofessional. Viewers,
Panthers,
listen, let's
Falcons.
not don't join a video chat while you're driving. We don't
Yeah.
condone that.
Yeah, no, we don't
That's
condone
not
that.
something
Wow.
we
Is he
support.
getting gunned?
So,
Viewer
Good to
discretion
point
is
that out.
advised.
Wow.
Viewer
Your
discretion is
discretion is
advised.
advised.
Wow.
Yeah.
so I'm a bum for wanting
You're making him
to
an
just
example.
join its voice, and now it's don't do this.
Well, we
Oh,
thought you were
that's
home
why you
already.
said
What
that.
double?
Well,
what
we didn't know
double
this was your
standard?
situation.
Yeah.
We didn't know this was your situation.
He said.
Yeah, we didn't know you were
Anyways,
reckless
it's,
driving.
Yeah. Other
it's
thing to get
Falcons,
to.
Panthers.
Yeah, Falcons fan. Desmond Ritter sucks. I don't want to watch
That
an
pick
ounce
was so
more of
disgusting,
football
dude.
from that guy. He
Yeah.
sucks.
That was bad. Bad pick. Just don't
Yeah,
throw
this
it
guy
out of
played the
throw it
whole
anywhere
football
else with
game
it.
and completed the entire game and completed 12 passes for 152 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception against the Carolina Panthers.
It's like-
the 2-10 Carolina Panthers, worst team in the NFL.
Yeah, I
2
mean,
and 12.
it's like humanity's wiped out, okay? You have your ex-girlfriend, okay? And I don't even know what else you have. You have a fucking board. You have Plank from Ed, Ed, and Eddie, okay, guys? That is Arthur Smith choosing what quarterback he's going to put in on Sundays.
And running back.
Blank.
And
Running back, he has a fucking McLaren in the driveway.
What's this stupid kid's name that holds plank in Ed, Ed, and Eddie?
Uh,
I can't remember his name.
Oh, I
That's
forgot.
their,
It's
like
Timmy
one
or
of them.
something.
is it Ralph?
Taylor. I think it is. It Ralph?
I think Ralph had blue hair.
Oh,
He might
Like
be
the taller
10.
dude. He spoke with like
Hold
a
up.
European accent, I think.
Hey, put the link in the chat. Link name in the chat. if you-
Johnny. His name is Johnny.
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 That's
Johnny,
his name.
okay.
So basically, Taylor Heineke's Johnny and Desmond Ritter's Plank.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what you're working with.
You get those two.
Taylor
man.
Heineke is a bigger ball player. I just want to highlight this though. If we could spam Jonnu Smith being the next great tight end who should probably be in the running for Hall of Fame. This guy has gone through many teams and he's been a role player
Mhm.
and he's been someone you can lean on. Noah, look,
Jonnu Smith.
we've been talking about Jonnu Smith since we were like fucking 17. Okay.
Yeah,
Hall
you
of
know,
Fame though.
We only
Oh,
we
yeah.
only invested.
Did I
We
get
only
that
invested.
Hall of Fame?
Oh, they don't. There's a reason they don't give those things just to everybody.
Yeah, what?
Brennan, what
I
are we
like
talking
Johnny.
about?
I like Johnny Smith. That's
Johnny
all.
Smith.
It's not.
Dude, but
I
he's not a
just like
Hall of
Johnny.
Famer. Let's relax.
Right. Let's see.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Arthur Smith might be. Hey, he needs to be the next one to go. How are you taking Bijan out of the game? He might have fumbled, but he's a rookie running back. You keep him in the game and you let him go.
Mm.
It's just unbelievable. I just
Seven-
don't understand what Arthur Smith is doing.
7 carries for 11 yards, 1.6 average. Look, I love Bijan as much
That
as
is
the
a
next
lot.
guy. Yeah, I love Bijan as much as the next guy. Okay, but when you have Algier on the other side getting 3.2 yards a carry to his 1.6, you're just riding the hot hand in a running back committee, which
Gave
is
him
what a running
7
back
more
committee.
carries.
Brennan.
Don't give him any of the good run plays. He's an
Brennan.
outside zone
Yeah.
running back, and they're just handing it to him up the fucking gut to get shit on every fucking.
You're
play,
not
'cause
wrong,
they
but
have-
yeah, what Noah's saying is they see Bijan get subbed on. They have a tendency to load the box. They're gonna probably march someone down once he gets subbed onto the field, and then once again, like Noah said, if he doesn't get outside zones or like passing options in the flats, dude, they send him
Yeah.
up the middle to die. They say, "Hey, dude, go get shit on." Like that's
And
David
especially-
Montgomery's role, though. So that's why you see the yards per carry in terms of Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Jahmyr Gibbs
Yeah.
takes the ball outside the numbers more often, more explosive. David Montgomery, smash mouth running back. He goes up the middle. That's how he plays.
Let's
But
actually
that's
look
what
at the
that's what
stats.
David Montgomery's built for, though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Bijan's not. Bijan,
Yeah.
yes, he's built for that, but his specialty is definitely outside the tackles.
Yes, of course. Yes,
Are we
sir.
all realizing that Bijan Robinson was a top 10 pick? This guy only has one phase of running as a top 10
No,
pick, or am I-
it's not
Yeah,
his
no,
only
that's not what
phase,
we're
but-
saying at all.
It's not that, but
when
you
you're
can
on
play
the
him to his strength.
Falcons, when you're on the Falcons and your interior O line is built to fucking shit, and you don't focus on it at all. The only part of their O line that is good is their tackles, and they spent all this money on Lindstrom. He's not fucking. He was not the same player this year as he was last year. As soon as he got that bag, and on top of that, you're not fooling anyone with who's that quarterback. Sorry,
Right.
they're not gonna fucking line up and throw 40 passes a game. And so when they see
Right.
Bijan in the game, it's let's stack the box. It's Derrick
Right.
Henry treatment.
Yep.
right?
He had a 9-yard carry, Brennan. And he only had 11 yards total. That tells you he's probably sitting back there and dancing around because there's already 3 fucking defenders in his lap.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Let's just not. And he has 7 carries to Tyler Algiers 14.
That's
I don't know
ridiculous.
That's
who's seen
criminal,
that
man.
and being like, that's okay. That's a top 10 pick, and you're not giving him the ball more than.
That's criminal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sickening.
That's,
Tell the
team.
yeah,
Tell the
that's
team.
pretty bad.
You
He
lost
definitely
with
getting
1-11
offense.
Panthers.
It is, dude.
They literally
Yeah,
shot
it's not
themselves in
getting-
the foot. You can't lose that game if you're the Atlanta Falcons. You
Well,
cannot
they're
lose
really
that
done.
game.
On draft night, I
No, you
question
can't.
why they took him.
Look-
I said once again, their quarterback is Desmond Ritter. 95% full my ass, bro.
I'm glad the Bears didn't get him. I'm glad the Bears didn't fucking get him. That's for
Bijan?
sure.
Oh, he would be nasty on
He
our
would have been a
team.
beast in Chicago, yeah.
Yeah, he would have been nasty.
The
Well,
Bears would
no,
be in the
Luke
playoffs right now.
Getsy would have found a way to fuck him up, something like that. Or he probably would have benched him.
If
for
he was on
Deontay
like the
Foreman.
Lions, oh my
But,
god.
yeah. Anyways, all right. Let's move on. That was. I mean, the
Go Bryce Young. Go Panthers. Good win.
those two teams probably won't win another game. I don't think. All right. Next game, Brennan. Are you ready for this, Brennan?
What can
You
I
all
say?
right?
Go.
You all right?
What can I?
Go.
Bucks
What
34,
can I
Packers
say?
20. The Packers defense is shit.
Look, Joe Barry should be escorted out of Lambeau on one of those golf carts, or one of those bikes that the players like to ride with the kids during training camp. He should get one little bike of his own, a little tight bike, and shipped off. Maybe he should go do some coloring books or something. I don't know, on defensive schemes. This guy seems to think that Preston Smith, the likes of Preston Smith and Devondre Campbell, can keep up with slot receivers. That's one of his, breads and butters. So I think all in all, though, as a Packers fan who fell into this, the win against the Chiefs, the win against the Lions, it made us forget what this season was really about. All right, this was a season of evaluation. See what we have. Sign Jordan Love to a 1 year. See what he can give us. A lot of young receivers and some role players here and there. But for the most part, let's see where we can go. We catch 2 big wins on prime time, and we think we're going to the Super Bowl, right, guys? I mean, we all thought that,
I
right?
think you're the only one who thought
You
that.
thought
Nobody
that.
here
No,
thought that
no.
shit.
I think you were the
So I
only one
think-
in this podcast that thought that.
So I think all in all, it was, we met up with a real playoff team. This is a real squad, the Buccaneers, who have experience at and coaching at levels that we don't. Matt LaFleur didn't call the best game. We had injuries, but I think all in all, this kind of just reminded us of what the Packers are, what this season was about. It was about evaluation. It wasn't about going in looking for a playoff spot, although it would have been nice. But I think now the trajectory of the season is kind of in shambles. It's like we won't have the highest pick, so we're really riding on guys to get healthy, and it's an experience. You gain experience. I think this is a better win for the Bucks than it is a worse loss for the Packers. So
Yeah.
Your switch up is
Yeah.
crazy. Because
Yeah.
at the beginning of the season, you was talking nothing about the Packers being in the playoffs, Packers winning the division, all that.
what can I
And now
say?
you're over here saying that this season's all about evaluation and that the playoffs didn't
can I
really
say?
matter.
Jordan loves girl
So-
poop again. His
Yeah,
girl
that's
poop
That's
again.
kind of crazy. But hey,
can I
I
say?
respect the switch up because you came to senses with yourself.
No, he didn't come to senses with himself, Jake. He just put his mind on a spin zone so he can accept it a little
do you
bit, but he
mean?
doesn't
This is-
actually
this is
believe that
football.
shit. He doesn't actually
is
believe that
football.
shit, Noah
It's
or
football.
Jake.
It's football, and we didn't have Christian
381
Watson. We got a lot of injuries.
Yeah,
Jordan Love
81
though
with
looks
4
great.
touchdowns to Baker Mayfield is rancid.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
That-
We
Giving
didn't-
giving a perfect passer rating to
Where
Baker.
was Quay?
Oh,
What's up?
Where's Quay?
Apparently, Quay played. Like I said, Joe
Rashawn
Barry
played too?
Rashawn played. Rashawn played. A lot of flashes though. A lot of flashes. Defense couldn't get a stop. But the offense played well. 6 catches, 97 yards for Wicks. Jordan Love looks great. Let's focus
I'm
more
not
on the
gonna say
Buccaneers.
looks great.
He
Out
looks
of all
good.
people to do it to you, it was Chris Godwin.
He had a fumble on
Out of all
he had a
people to
fumble,
do it
didn't
to
he?
you.
Out of all people.
Yeah.
Jordan
The
Love.
guy you
no
talk
turnovers.
shit. You
Huh?
talk
Really
shit on
good.
the most. Chris
Chris
Godwin.
Godwin's
and
nice, dude. He's nasty.
went
He's
Yeah,
off
he had a
on you.
fumble. He had a fumble,
Jordan
Brennan.
Jordan Love
Yeah, he
didn't have a
did.
fumble.
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
It says 1 fumble, 1
One
loss.
loss. Yep.
Seems to me like that is correct. Yeah, it was overshadowed. It was overshadowed by
Guys,
how good he.
I actually have a
played
question
overall.
for y'all.
What's
So,
up, Bruce?
Are
What
the
do you got?
Browns in a worse or better position? Because they did use a lot of cap space on Deshaun Watson, but in a way, it
A
kind of
lot.
worked out because now they're reminded of the former glory, the fallen angel Joe Flacco.
Joe
I don't really-
Flacco's a man on a
Browns
mission,
got
man.
their time.
He
Where
is a
did
man
the
on
Brown-
the mission.
Yeah, where did the
dude.
Browns come in?
Yeah, the
to play
Browns
here?
got their time.
Oh, because they're the team that took Baker Mayfield, I think first overall out of college, and then gave up on him after he hurt his shoulder playing for them with a hurt shoulder all season.
That's
Baker
why you can't
Mayfield-
give up on
but
guys.
we're-
Kind of, just
we
kind of
should be-
interesting. It's kind of interesting.
But just letting
he-
you guys, just a little question.
Yeah.
Zach, I understand that, but this is Packer time now. And I have a question for the panel. Jordan Love so far this year, okay, 3,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He has 11 touchdowns with 1 interception in the past 5 weeks. I mean, is he the franchise guy for the Packers, in your opinion?
Feels like he should
In
be
your
playing in
opinion.
Canada.
Wow. Yeah.
Get ready to learn Chinese, buddy.
dude.
Get ready to learn Chinese. That's crazy.
And his first start, 25 for 11. I mean, that's not bad. 3K? Come on, dude.
It's,
Well, I
not
mean,
what,
when
it's not what you were saying he was going to be, and it's not a first round pick level.
What I say?
performance.
I said
it's-
30.
I'll be
30.
honest here too. He's played, but here's the thing though. We're gonna break, but he had that rough stretch in the middle of the season there where it did not look good. So if that Jordan Love comes back, you're fucked.
I'm gonna say this right now though.
If the Jordan Love that's played the last few weeks and the one that was the first 3 weeks of the season, then you guys are
what
gonna be pretty good.
what record did Aaron
I think we
Rodgers
hit.
have with this team last year?
With this team,
Eight
it was
games.
8 games. Right. It was 8 games. So this season is, we're on pace to, depending on what kind of Packers team shows up.
Well, I mean, he didn't
we're on
have
pace
he didn't
to
have
beat that.
Jaden Reed. He didn't have
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I think he
Huge
had-
draft.
have-
I think he had Christian Watson for most of the season.
Christian
though, if I'm
Watson.
not
yeah,
mistaken.
Christian Watson, but he was
So-
made by Aaron Rodgers. So
To be fair though, he did drop a touchdown from an
Yeah.
Arrow 12 very early in the season.
yeah, he's made by Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know if I
but-
distinctly remember last year against I think it was a Monday night against the Eagles. Jordan Love, Christian Watson. It was looking like prime Randy,
Thank
prime
you.
Brady.
That's when it was birthed.
Oh,
But
are
they
you
don't
talking
like to
about
bring
when
that
they
up.
were getting shit on by the Eagles and the Eagles were in prevent defense? Is that what you're talking about?
No, don't remember that. I think
Yeah.
Bradbury was definitely
he threw
covering
one
Christian
slant.
Watson.
Hey, you know,
Threw one slant.
special
whatever.
players make special plays. Come on now.
Okay,
whatever.
buddy. All right.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Yeah. Well, y'all aren't going to the playoffs. You're just like the rest of us, except for Ty and Noah.
Yes, sir.
And me,
Even though it
Ravens.
was pretty
Zach.
bad. And Zach. Come
Ravens
on,
flopped.
Zach.
I said Zach, and I guess Jake.
What can I
Jake's
say?
got a good shot. You're like me and Sean. Get over here.
Wait, what?
Come join this side.
That's a Ravens fan. Sean's a Ravens
He's
Sean's
a
fan.
Ravens fan.
Ravens
yeah.
flock.
Number one team in the
Whatever.
He
NFL.
bro.
is.
Give him
Dude,
my
they're the
ass.
number 1 seed.
You fucking sister.
Ravens flock, Shardell. Hey, Shardell, what's up,
Fucking
Seymour?
sister's
Seymour?
ass.
Ravens flock. Woo, woo.
All right, let's move on. Next game, boys. Next game we got Dolphins 30, Jets 0.
Dominance.
Jets suck. They're the worst team in the league.
I do want to add this though.
Newly
No, they're
crowned.
not.
Newly
Guys,
crowned. Newly crowned.
For some reason, guys, Zach Wilson's mom said today that he was playing with a concussion that he didn't really mention or they didn't diagnose. That's what she said. I don't know how true
Did
that is. I
Did
don't
you
know
go
the
look at
validity.
it? Question, Zach. Did you go look at the comments on those posts?
No, that's why I said it. All I saw was glance, dude.
Pretty bad.
The comments are terrible.
What were they
There's
saying?
some pretty bad people out there.
What were they saying, bro?
All of them were just about his mom, like people being like, "I'll sell my entire life away for you." Like, all this shit.
Bro.
It was so bad.
My God, man.
And then they were
Question.
shitting on Zach Wilson in them too. There was all kinds of stuff.
Question. Did we think Jake got in okay? Is his screen frozen for anybody else? Or do we think he
This
got
guy's
snatched
he's
away?
unprofessional.
Or...
It's unprofessional.
I
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
I
a
would
little worried
agree.
about him.
What's
He's
going
trying to
on here?
unlock his door there for a minute, and he
Yeah,
couldn't
This
get
is
in
not
there.
what look, we don't condone this.
Is the
either,
lock
all
break or
All
what,
of us,
Jake?
we're all using the top tier
Oh,
equipment.
there he goes.
Why
There
is
he
your
goes.
why is your
Um,
why is your
this is
broadcast
crazy.
name Run Go?
Let's just keep going. Let's just keep moving. Yeah.
All right.
I think Miami coming in and the Jets defense hasn't been their weakest suit. does this speak to how great Miami can be in the playoffs? Everybody's saying, "Oh, it's just Tyreek for MVP," and I don't knock that. But Jalen Waddle stepping up, role player stepping up for them, Tua playing at a high level, McDaniel coming in and calling a fantastic game. I think nobody's really talking about the Dolphins as much as we should be. You know,
You know
I like
why?
them over the
Well,
Chiefs.
here, hold up.
You know why?
hold
Hold
up.
on. I'm about to blow it all up. Dolphins
Oh,
not
alright.
winning another
Here,
game
Sean.
rest of the season.
Damn, Sean,
And they're
tell me
missing
down.
the playoffs. Bills
Lay it down,
winning.
Sean Dell.
He said, "I'm
They
about to
play-
blow
Sean
it
Dell does
all
know who they
up."
play on Christmas.
They play the Cowboys coming up here. Cowboys 12-0 with Dak after a loss.
Fraud
Bye
bowl.
bye
Yep.
Dolphins.
They have not lost in years.
And then
Fraud
Really?
bowl.
and then who they play
Yeah,
next
they're not-
week?
We're not
That's
losing
an
Flock,
this
L.
week.
Flock Ravens Flock. That's an L for the Dolphins. And
Yep.
and guess where they going? They finish it off with Josh Allen, they father spanking them on the ass. Come on.
Hey,
I-
Sean,
I would agree with
that's
that.
I
Actually, great
actually
analysis. I like
yeah,
that.
I
that
like
is
that.
that
I
could
think Sean's
like
valid
that.
with that. I think he's very valid. with that.
Besides the Cowboys, don't like the Cowboys matchup at all. That stat there, that's bullshit. You can do 12-0, but it's gonna be 12-1.
We're gonna be
They
hungry.
lose and they fall.
We're gonna be
They
hungry.
fall. Y'all gonna fall.
We're gonna be hungry.
But Brennan, also this was a dead animal they were playing. They were just like it was dead animal. They were just like poking them with the stick.
they have still not beat
The
a team
Jets.
over 500 this year.
The Jets suck,
And
dude.
we're in week 15.
Yeah, season's almost over, man.
The Dolphins have not beat a
Dude.
team over 500 this year, and we're
Every
in
single
week
team
15.
Sean just named
They
was over.
they getting their
500.
first one this week.
No, they're
Okay,
not.
this-
No, I got
they
Cowboys.
What can I
not.
say?
Comes back and
What
says
can I
that.
say?
Okay.
You
I
look like
said
you've
it.
seen some
I
shit,
said
Jake. You look like you've seen some shit outside.
What do you
What can
mean?
I say?
I got Cowboys. But
What do
that
you
does
mean,
set up
Dolphins?
the fraud bowl.
I've
It's
been
the
inside
fraud
for
bowl.
at least 15
It is the
minutes.
fraud bowl.
It's the
Huge
fraud
game.
bowl. Whoever
Huge game.
whoever loses is the fraud.
It's just not.
Fuck off. That is so unfair.
What do you
No, it's
mean?
not.
That is so unfair.
That's so
That's
fair.
very
We are no
fair.
longer in the fraud watch section.
Because you beat the
what-
Eagles?
Yes.
You just got
Hang on, you
shit
just got absolutely smacked by the Bills. Of
We'll get
course
to
you're on
that.
fraud.
We'll get to
Are we
that.
on the
We'll
Cowboys?
get to
No,
that.
no, we're on-
We'll get
No,
to
we're on the
that.
Jets.
No, we're on the
All right,
Dolphins.
next
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
Get
yeah.
to
This
that.
game, yeah, it was just like 0 points. I mean, come on, Jets. You freaking suck. We need to be better. Robert Salah.
Hot
Yeah.
seat?
More like
Question
Robert,
mark?
see you later.
Yeah, it's
How
all
much
of
of a
them.
good
All
coach
of
is
them
he?
need to be fired.
Hot
Jake.
seat?
Every single last one of them.
Hot
All right.
seat is-
Next game, we got Chiefs 27, Patriots 17. Oh, this one's a whole lot better. Bailey
Chiefs.
Zappi. Bailey Zappi. Is there a
Happy
future
hour.
for Bailey Zappi in New England?
In the USFL.
No.
No
Bailey
future for
Zappi
Bailey
making it
Zappi.
competitive.
He 180, a touchdown, and an interception, and we came in here. Bailey Zappi! Zappi! That's what we're all
Why
hyped
are
up
we
about.
talking Chiefs? Why are we
Bro,
talking
hold
about
up.
Chiefs,
Okay,
man?
hold up. Look at the weapons he was dealing with again. I'm just
I
saying.
think there's some names on this list.
No.
Jalen Rager, a former first-round
No.
pick.
Hunter
Devontae
Henry-
Parker, a former first-round pick.
Hunter Henry is the only noticeable player on their entire.
No,
he's a
Ezekiel
dog.
Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel
Fuck
Elliott.
that guy. Flat out, fuck that guy.
He's
Look,
mid.
and I said this already.
What?
Talking
You did
about
so
Kansas
much for
City.
your team.
What did he do, Jake? What did he do?
Wow.
Won one playoff game?
TD.
It ain't his
Stop
fault.
Let's
that.
not act like you guys would be some good team without him.
Without
Yeah,
that
Jake,
pick,
let's not
somebody
shit
else.
on him. You
That
turned
pick
on your
was a
guy
lie.
too.
That pick was a lie.
Yeah, I have my reasons. There was never any bad blood between Zeke and the organization.
I would say Zeke put
just
y'all
was
on the
too
map, for
fat.
sure. I would say
he
Zeke
didn't
put
play
y'all on the
well, and
map.
he didn't want to take less money. What do you mean? He refused
He
to
was
take
the
less
shit,
money.
though. When he first got there, Zeke was different. That
What was
a
he, a
crazy
fourth?
season.
He was
Is-
the number 4 pick. He should have been the shit.
Is the Chiefs still that team? Does everyone still feel the
Look,
Chiefs
this is what
are
I'm
that
looking at.
team?
27 for 37, 305, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. The Chiefs are, I'm telling you, I expect an early round exit. I
Okay,
really
no.
do.
Hold
I'd
up,
be
hold up, hold
surprised.
up. You got to take one of those interceptions away. It's Kadarius Stoney's interception.
You
Um,
can't take it away.
No,
It's-
you gotta
yeah,
take it away.
The fuck?
I-
It's
You
right
gotta
here.
take
I'm
it
looking
away.
at it.
I want to add.
No, it's taken away.
I want to
It's
add something.
I don't
dismissed.
think it works like that, Brunk.
It's dismissed.
I just want to
is.
say something real quick. I don't know if he's set to return this season. I don't think he is. Chiefs really need Nick Bolton in big games. They can beat the teams that they're supposed to beat. But when it comes down to big games, man, you need those players like Nick Bolton, man. He did such a good job for them last year in
Yeah.
the middle of the field. Dude, he was a force. I think he was a rookie, right, last year?
Yeah.
No,
His
2
second-
year 2 years
He's a two-year
ago.
player?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is his third.
Well, let's see.
They
it
barely.
actually.
I think he's played less than a full game this season. I might be wrong, because I remember he came back midway through the season, got injured, same game left. They haven't had him.
Yeah, 2021 was his first season.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 year.
Yeah, I think all in all, teams have kind of figured out that Chiefs offense. Nobody's scared of the Chiefs. You know, you can blitz them. Kelsey hasn't been looking like Kelsey. That
Oh,
duo
because
hasn't been.
yeah, I mean, he's just all about Taylor Swift. You
Did
can
they-
Look,
tell.
I've said it 1,000 times. Once they start getting that poontang, they diminish as players. There's a decline. That's why I don't. If I was building a football team, I want single men only. I don't even want
Those
you
are the
talking to
dogs.
females. I'm serious. Those are the dogs, bro. When they're not getting no pussy.
Form a whole gay team.
Literally, where's old boy for the Raiders? He
Like I said,
retired.
Carl.
Okay. Okay.
I want to
Okay,
say
yeah.
something, man. I want to say something. Watch out for Justin Ross this week for the Chiefs. Watch out for Justin
Yeah.
Ross making his return. I'm just saying they're gonna have some more weapons coming up. Just
Hey,
Justin
Rasheed
Ross,
Rice had a
good
great
name.
game. Rasheed
Yeah.
Rice. Rasheed Rice
Rice.
turning into a nice little.
That's
receiving
still
threat.
Patrick Mahomes. I might put a little money on the Chiefs to make it somewhere. That's still Patrick Mahomes.
Rasheed
Oh
Rice
yeah,
on the come up.
100%. It's still
I think
Patrick.
Rasheed
let's
Rice
all
could be the
calm
wide
down.
receiver one soon.
Oh yeah, Kadarius Toney. He needs to stay off social media.
You're
It's
stuck
not
in the
good.
glory
Kadarius
days.
Toney he needs to stay off the field. That's what Kadarius Toney needs to do. He's not good. I've
You're all
witnessed it
stuck
with
in the
my own
glory
eyes.
days. You're all stuck in the glory days. We're not.
What's up,
we're not-
Bruce or Jake?
So, question: Mahomes has played. I'm pretty sure never played a playoff game on the road. Correct?
He is not.
Ooh.
They're not getting
No.
one this year.
Hell
Damn.
No,
no.
they're not.
Damn. Okay,
I'm
Jake.
expecting
okay.
early exit.
So
I'm expecting
Okay,
early
Jake.
exit.
That's
I kind of agree with Brendan, but it depends on who they play.
Yeah,
It
it
does,
depends if Taylor
but-
Swift is in attendance.
Well, they're still
Looking
gonna
at-
play
look-
their first game at home.
Okay. They're also gonna play majority of the playoffs because what if we do? We just said Miami's has a tough 3-game skid and they
Miami
might
could
not win
fall.
another game, so they're the only team above them right now.
They'll still
Well,
have to
Miami.
play the
Other
2
than
seed.
Mills right.
Baltimore,
Yeah,
Other
but
than-
Baltimore already
but
clinched.
that's who the 2 seed
Baltimore
is.
has to play,
Miami.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
the KC's the 3 seed, and Miami's got to play all
And they're
those games.
still a game ahead of Buffalo. So if Buffalo wins out and they have the same record, they're not gonna.
Honestly, no. The
Yeah,
Chiefs
you're
could,
all right. They would. The
The
only
Chiefs could make a first seed.
No, they're. I don't think they're
No,
out for the,
Baltimore.
They're probably gonna get the
Baltimore has
second.
to lose.
They're
The
gonna get
Ravens
the
have hard
second.
games. The Ravens have to play the Niners, the Dolphins, and I don't know who else they play after that.
Oh, that is
That's what
true.
I'm
They do
saying,
play
though.
the Niners.
If-
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the
Baltimore's
Bills, the Ravens
got-
are winning that game. They're winning that game. If the Bills
Not-
sneak into 7, and it's Chiefs at 2 against Bills at 7,
That's gonna be crazy.
they're fucking losing that game.
I don't
You
think in Kansas
In
City.
I
Arrowhead,
don't think in Kansas City.
Not twice. Not twice.
Allen
Yeah.
Head.
If Josh
Allen
Allen
Head.
loses that game, he will forever be tainted. He will never.
Josh
I'll
Allen
move that
catching a
game.
W.
so unfair.
You're such a hater. After a year,
he'll
he's
forever
like
be
never
tainted.
gonna
It's
like.
so
Well,
unfair.
that would be what, the 3rd time he's lost to Mahomes in the big game.
Second,
Yeah.
he lost to Burrow last year.
But I'm saying the
beat Mahomes.
rivalry. Oh, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
Or 2 years ago, he lost to Burrow,
2 years ago.
and then
Yeah.
last year he lost to Mahomes, and then the year before, 3 years ago, he lost to Mahomes. So twice to Mahomes, once to Burrow.
Professional.
Rough.
I'll take
It's not
it.
gonna
Right.
look good, bro.
It's
It's not
not.
gonna look
It's
good.
not. It's not. But all right, let's move on. Next game. Noah. Texans 19, Titans 16. Still alive.
Every game I have to stress my life away until the very last whistle. It's been like that since week 3. Every single game, it's to the very last snap of the game.
And Trout's not
And,
coming back this week?
No, he's already ruled out
I
today.
think
Okay.
that's
Oh my
smart
God.
though. It's the Browns. I think that's actually smart, man.
That
Why?
defense is
Keep
vicious.
them out.
I like our
Oh.
defense right now, though.
They have to
And the
win
Bears-
though.
Keep them healthy. I mean, do they?
That's the young quarterback.
are
That's
they?
your franchise quarterback,
Regardless,
though.
okay,
I would-
regardless, he's holding himself out though. He literally said he was still feeling symptoms, and he's not gonna. They're not gonna play him if he doesn't want to. So he's out this week, and
Valid.
that's aside from the fact. I mean, we just got to go with what we got, and our defense stepped up to the plate this week. And
Yeah,
Joe Flacco's a different animal though, Noah. He's a
yeah,
different
but
animal.
That's
he's
Super Bowl
also
champ.
capable of mistakes. He threw 3 picks against you guys, almost fumbled.
Those were
barely-
great plays by us. No.
So
Okay.
Noah,
Oh yeah, it's always just great plays by the Bears.
Did you see the
So,
Tyreek
Noah-
Stevenson pick? That was a great play.
Noah, as a fan, do you want? Where are you as a fan, and just the outlook on this season? Obvious, I think it's a overperformance.
Can win the
for sure.
division. We're
Renaissance.
Oh yeah.
we can
If I was a fan, I'd be cool with it.
This
Now,
was
if
the
we
best-
So
lost
you
the
wanna
rest,
win.
we did good.
So you want to win?
No, we can.
So you-
That's
We
just
literally
me.
can win. If we win out, we win the division.
Brendan, to
Yeah,
put it in
you're a playoff
perspective, if the Bears did a good job of as the Texans did drafting, they could almost break 7-7. Like they probably go
Okay,
past it.
hold up. I will
I'll
have
say
to
7-7
object
higher.
there.
Like,
If we had a good coaching staff like they do, I think we
Yo,
would be
it's
a
a
whole
false
lot
Okay,
better.
okay.
We
okay.
blew
That is
four
fair.
fourth quarter leads. Four
That is
fourth
true.
quarter
The
leads.
game
We should have
management is
9
piss poor.
wins.
The game management is piss poor. But like
We
I said, though,
suck.
Frank, okay, that is true, Frank. The coaching is piss poor. But if you did what the Texans did in this last draft as an organization, you're set up for success.
We
Well,
we
no,
have
for sure. But that's why I say the season is a success because Stroud's that guy. The division goes through Indianapolis. So right now,
But and we play them week 18. So if we
You
win
do.
these next games, or if they lose a game in between, and we win
well,
out still.
that's what I'm asking you. Your hopes are like, are you already proud of this season? Are you like let's just
No,
like,
I
where are
want
you
to
as a
keep
fan?
winning. I want to keep winning.
Right.
I mean, I'm happy where we're at. Of course, we've won more games right now than we did the last 2 years combined.
Right. Right.
But
Let's keep it rolling. Right.
our defense is playing lights out right now. So I don't. Joe Flacco's not very mobile. Our D line is. I mean, I watched Montez Sweat completely and utterly dominate that piece of shit at right tackle. I don't even know.
Montez
Uh,
Sweat is a beast.
Yeah,
Shout out to
and
Commies.
so yeah, Jonathan Grenard is
Yeah,
going to be
had a
living
top
in
10
that
defense.
backfield. He's going to be living in that backfield all day. Joe Flacco's got to make quick reads, and I think our DBs have been playing amazing. Derek Stingley has arrived.
Right.
Steven Nelson, he's been great the last 2 years. But as long as our defense plays the way they did this past week, I think we're okay.
Don't
and
forget
if
the
Case
game
Keenum,
plan.
if Case Keenum
Huge win.
eliminates that pick 6, we don't even go to overtime. So
That was a huge win. Huge, extravagant win.
gonna need big plays again this weekend.
I think the Texans. Oh, sorry. I think the
Sorry.
Texans had a huge morale boost though in the locker room. They got one of their better veteran players back, and that's can't say the full name, but you know him near and dear to your heart. Kahimi
Oh, the
Fairbairn.
GOAT?
Yeah,
Yeah, we would've-
one who
would've-
hit the
yeah.
field goal to win the game.
we would have
And
beat the
mind you,
Jaguars if he
I
was.
was
on the
about to
roster
say.
that day.
I was about to say because that was a
Yeah.
missed field goal. No one knows. If Kahimi was playing, the Texans would probably be way closer to a playoff spot. But he's back.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT.
Sure.
Important
I mean,
for
top five
kickers. They
kicker.
matter. Kickers
Top five
kickers
kicker.
matter too, guys.
Titans, not much to say about them. They suck.
Yeah, they're not good.
They're just gonna have to rebuild. It's okay.
Yeah.
It
Well,
happens.
I mean, I like Levis. I think they can build around him. With
Yeah,
some
I like
other
Levis.
players.
I
I do
like
like
Levis.
Levis.
The connection he
I
showed
like
to
him a
D Hop
lot.
in that Falcons game was very
Yeah.
promising.
Get him another. Traylon Burks actually, he came along too in this game, which haven't seen very much of him.
Traylon
this
was
entire
very
season.
nice last year.
Yeah,
but
he
then
had
some injuries.
62 yards. He led them.
We
in
got
receiving.
lucky too. He should have had over 100 yards and a touchdown because on that play he threw a pick to Steven Nelson. If you watch that play again, Traylon Burks had nobody within 30 yards of him, and he was standing in the end zone wide open.
Wow.
Damn.
I
And
don't
yeah,
really even think it's been their offense. I would say it's been Mike Vrabel's fucking defense that's been bad this year.
Mm.
Like
I think
D Hop's
it's-
had
it's-
good years, good games.
Yeah, he has.
Derrick Henry this is his last year for Derrick Henry. You will never see me draft Derrick Henry or even pick Derrick Henry up in any fantasy league. This is his last year. R.I.P.
Is
Derrick
that-
Henry. You had a great run, big guy. You had a great run.
Yeah, he
But
did.
Yeah,
Mike Vrabel's defense is like I'm looking out there after trading Kevin Byard and not having Jeffrey Simmons. Like, who is the player out there other than Al Shahir, their linebacker? I like that guy. He's a stud.
Well, Harold Landry's good.
I think
A rookie, that
no,
rookie
he-
they got.
No, he's been there a few years.
Aziz Al
Landry.
Shire. This is like his second year.
He
or
came
whatever.
from the
Oh, yeah,
49ers.
he's a dog.
To be honest, though, I don't think you could be upset at Mike
Surgery.
Vrabel. You could put some of the blame on him, on what he's done. But in the grand scheme of things, that GM got axed. The one that really just gave him that team that he had this year.
Yeah.
The guy that, traded away A.J. Brown. Yeah.
You look at Mike Vrabel on the sideline. He just looks like
Yeah.
he knows. He's like, this team is not good.
I would be
We're
pissed
not
too if
winning
my
games."
GM traded away my best player on offense, dude. I'd be furious.
He was pissed when it happened too. He was so
Imagine
be
pissed.
AJ
furious.
Brown and D Hop right now.
Dude, they were going to have a
Yeah.
seamless transition between having Derrick Henry run the offense and run it through A.J. Brown. They're about to have a beautiful.
Well, imagine
just
how
have a
much.
nice grace period and everything switched up.
Exactly. Imagine if you drafted a quarterback like Will Levis and you still had AJ Brown. That's the most
Exactly.
quarterback
would
friendly
say-
thing you could do.
Ryan Tannehill might have been as good enough that Ryan Tannehill probably still would have been the starter, dead ass. With AJ
Probably.
Brown still on the team.
It would have been definitely.
for
They
sure.
You would've
definitely
just
probably
been able
would've
to throw the
put 50 more
ball up.
games. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
All right,
yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
Oh,
we could
I was just
potentially
saying.
be
You're good.
seeing Drew Lock versus Will Levis next week.
yeah.
Oh God.
Next
should be
game,
excited.
49ers 45, Cardinals 29. 49ers are a freight train. Just get out of their
Best
way.
team
They're
in
gonna
the
shit on
nation.
everyone.
Here come the Niners. Here come the
Yeah.
Niners.
Guys,
Honestly,
my favorite part
just-
about them is
just
Brock Purdy's gonna
People-
win an MVP. It's
This
gonna
guy.
happen.
this
He
guy.
is, dude.
wish it was CMC.
He is.
he is.
He's gonna win MVP.
He's the
not
quarterback
going
of the best team in the league. It's just how it happens.
I've got one take though. If the Ravens win this week, and actually a stat for you, the last 7 weeks the underdog has won on Monday night.
Monday night. Yeah.
And so if the Ravens win this week on Monday and Lamar shows out pretty well, that is
He's
gonna
taking
look,
it.
that's gonna look pretty good on his resume.
Yeah.
He's taking
no,
it.
No, he's right. That
Yeah,
is a stat that's been
Louisville
going
Cardinal.
around.
2-time MVP. Come on now.
Go Baltimore.
That's what I'm
Go
saying.
Baltimore.
I'm going for B more. I'm going for B more. Ravens
Y'all know we
lock.
gotta pray.
I will
Ravens
take.
lock.
I will take Baltimore.
Yes, sir. Everybody run to B more. Yes,
Who's gonna win
sir.
the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going
Baltimore.
49er. It's got to be 49ers.
I want to
dude.
see B more
You
win.
say it's gotta be, but Baltimore's probably one of the few teams in the league that matches up the best with them.
Oh yeah.
I would agree
And
with
they
Jake.
play-
I really do.
Lamar,
And they play
I
it
think
on
it's
Christmas.
Lamar matches up the best against that defense because he can move
And they're
around.
playing
Run.
on
Yeah, dude, he
Christmas.
could create
I don't
plays.
even think it's more or less Lamar. I think their defense matches up better with the 49er
actually,
offense than
What Jake just
the
said.
Ravens offense matches up with their defense.
Yeah, if you look at the teams
Yeah.
that the 49ers have lost to, their losses haven't come to mobile quarterbacks. It's come to quarterbacks that can just sling the fuck out of the ball. It's been Joe Burrow throwing for 3 touchdowns against the 49ers. It's been for Kirk Cousins basically just playing his ass off.
Yeah. I mean,
Damn, they really lost to Joe Burrow and those Bengals. That shit is crazy. I
And
mean,
then they
but
lost
I
to
mean,
the Browns.
the
Browns have a
Niners
killer
have had-
defense. Like
the
the,
Niners have
but
had a
like the
little
Ravens
bit.
do.
They
Of a-
should have
of a
won. They should have
cupcake.
won that game against the Browns.
Browns,
too.
they should have though.
Big
I will say
Moody
that.
missed that like 35-yarder
He did.
that
He did,
barely
yeah.
missed. Otherwise, they would have won.
I feel like the Niners have kind of had a 4-week bye, though. You know, minus the Eagles that they spanked the most. The Seahawks are terrible. They play the Seahawks again, terrible,
Dog.
and then they play Cardinals as well. So
Dog.
I bet they
I
kind of had a
don't
4-week bye.
understand. I just do not understand how you can just sit here and say that the Seahawks are terrible when we A, have a better record than y'all, B, beat a team that y'all can't beat,
Oh shit.
and C, we're just better than y'all.
Those are
Damn.
horrible takes. Those were horrible takes.
Hey,
You needed a third.
oh.
You needed a third
did need a
take.
third-
If you,
I did
if
need
you
a
really
third
wanted
take.
to
Just
make
better than y'all. I think that is
on.
You
insane.
needed a third take.
The first two were
Yeah,
right
third
on.
We'll get to
Yeah.
that though.
Yeah,
We'll
we
get to
Arizona
that.
will
Cardinals
get to
need to
that.
blow it
We'll
up.
get to that. Yeah, I
Arizona
will say
Cardinals need
that.
to blow it
Well,
up.
I don't know. They got
Where do
got
they go though? Where
Trey
do they go?
McBride's nice.
Okay.
They got some nice pieces.
I want to say it. I think they have the best shot. They're like what? They're probably going to get the second pick, if not the third pick.
Third, I think.
So they're the ones that trade up. Kyler Murray is probably, out of anybody that has a team that wants to trade up, he's a player you can trade for some picks, and then you trade your pick with y'all, because y'all want Marvin Harrison Jr. and a player, whatever player you want from their team, Buda Baker even maybe, or more
Please
picks.
do that.
They get Caleb
Please.
Williams. They get rid of Kyler Murray, slide in Caleb Williams, and then you rebuild from there.
Rebuild, right?
Yeah, I don't
But
think.
they need
But
to
then
send
that's
Kyler.
then
Nobody's
you're
gonna-
putting Caleb
Kyler.
Williams in an awful situation with nothing.
Yeah, nobody's
said
gonna
they
want to
had
take
targets.
Kyler.
Huh?
Who doesn't want to?
The
There's
Raiders.
teams that would take Kyler.
The
Kyler
Raiders
is
would take
still Kyler's still
The
a good
Raiders will
quarterback.
take Kyler.
Yeah.
Teams would take Kyler Murray.
And what are you going to
Yeah.
get for him?
Yeah,
Not two
A
first round
first-rounder.
picks. You would get a first rounder. I think a team would give a first rounder.
But that's saying you're trading him in the trade to get you to number one.
no.
Maybe to someone
I'm
else.
saying trade it separately.
Okay, trade it. So then you're
just
going to
saying-
have one
just
first
saying
round
send
pick.
Kyler out and then go and make the move for number one.
Go and make the move.
Okay.
And say you just get the cap space out of there, and then you have the pick that you got for Kyler, and you start rebuilding from there.
There we go.
Well, they're not going to have cap space because they're going to have dead cap from Kyler's contract.
They're in a bad situation. You got to take the L sometimes, Jake. You got to take the L sometimes. They're a bad team. Kyler Murray
Well,
did
like
not
you
play
said-
good. He did not look good.
Like you said, Kyler Murray's still a good quarterback. They already paid him. Might as well try and build around him. He
Yeah.
did win the Heisman Trophy a couple years ago, so let's not forget that. He still.
So what do
has
they
that
do? They
pedigree.
keep their pick. What do you do?
Oh, I mean, they have 2 first-round picks regardless. One's going to be in the top 5, and the other's going to be top
Yeah.
20.
I don't know. It sounds like trying to solve world hunger to me. It's impossible.
They're a bad team.
It's
They're a
screwed.
bad
I don't
team.
know.
It's
Like
fucked.
I think just like any good team starts in the trenches. You get a good. I mean, they have good young offensive linemen. Start
Who?
in that defensive
Who?
line more. What's
Who?
that kid's name they drafted out of Ohio State? Oh, Paris Johnson. He's not bad.
Like him.
Okay, yeah, they have one. They have one lineman.
No, that's what I'm saying. Start building your offensive line.
Yeah. All right. Next game, we got Commies 20, Rams 28. Down.
Jeez. Well, firstly, the viewers that have been tailing the horsecock locks. It hit once again. Sam Howell interception and the other team spread for us. Pair them up. It's free money every single week. But yeah, finally, River Ron did something good. Took that fucking dog shit quarterback out of the game. Brought in Jacoby Brissett. Went 8 for 10, 124 with 2 tubs. Brought us back. But at the end of the day, the better team won. The Rams won. Kyron Williams is a dog. Stafford's back to Super Bowl Stafford. He's back.
Okay. Well, I have to object. Ron Rivera fucking blows.
Oh no, he sucks.
Dude, I could not believe whenever y'all were down 28-14, and y'all were after the McLaurin big play, they got y'all down to the 1. I think y'all ran like another minute and a half or something, minute 45 seconds off the clock because you ran like 9 plays and couldn't get into the end zone.
Yeah, we suck
And
in the
then-
red zone.
All of them were just like you'd run the play, get tackled, and it was just like a normal play. Like nobody hurried up, nothing. Like
Yeah.
it was just like, all right, get the next play.
Yeah,
And then
John-
he goes on the kickoff and he onside kicks it when he has 3 timeouts.
Yeah, John Allen says it best. It's they're waiting for the next year. That's all they're waiting for.
No, I bet you. What's his name? What's the Harris? Josh Harris, is that his name? The owner?
Oh,
New
yeah,
owner.
yeah.
Yeah, he's probably Ron. You're a real nice guy, but you're not going to be the coach here next year.
Oh, no,
Ron Rivera's just like, all right, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, we need him gone.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Rams, and on the other side, Rams. I think Rams are. I think the Rams will probably be the 7th seed. They should be.
I want to do a shout out to I hope everyone that had Cooper Kupp in their fantasy team, and he was the reason you didn't make the playoffs, and you looked to your right cabinet on Sunday, and you saw your 45 caliber, and it went through your mind. That thought went through your mind. When your team's not in the playoff, and you saw Cooper Kupp score probably 35 points in your fantasy league, I hope y'all didn't make the decision and go through with that 45. And I hope you're watching this video today. That's all I
You
gotta
are
say.
loved.
Fuck,
You're still loved.
Cooper Kupp finally shows up. He's still that guy, I guess. It's unbelievable.
It seems like
though.
the Rams have caught steam, and like Frank said, I would like to see them in the playoffs. I think this playoff picture will be real interesting. What if we do get, I don't know, Seahawks Rams, or what would it be? It would be like a divisional winner.
No, it'd
against the
probably be
Rams.
Rams Cowboys or Rams
Rams-
Eagles.
Rams Eagles.
You can go back
Yeah,
to 3
I would
weeks
like to
ago
see
when
that.
I said the Rams were making the playoffs. You can go back to
Yeah.
3 weeks ago on the podcast. The Rams are a sneaky team when they're playing well.
Yeah.
Stafford's
If they,
back,
do, if
like
they
you
do
said.
make the playoffs, do they? I don't see them getting out.
No,
No.
they're not winning. They're not
No,
winning
but
the game.
that's a better game than these
Yeah.
other games that we're probably going to
Yeah,
get if they
it
don't
is.
make the playoffs.
It's a lot better.
Well, hang on now. If Dallas, if they play Dallas, Dallas doesn't like going to the second round.
Yeah.
Nah, Dallas
Oh,
will always.
that's going to be at
Well,
home, though,
uh,
Jake. That's
one
going
more
to be at
thing.
home, though.
One more thing
That's
before
fine.
Sean, if you could pick any quarterback, who do you want to be the quarterback
Oh.
next year?
Go Tigers.
Okay.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels. All right. Next game here. Let's move on, boys. Cowboys 10, Bills 31.
Yeah.
Zach.
We can make
TD.
this quick.
Alert. Broad alert.
No, because
We
y'all
can
let
make
me
this
know.
quick.
No, y'all let me know. What do you fear the most? What do you no, because let me know. I just wanna ask one question. What do y'all fear more, huh? A team that clinches a playoff berth with a win, or a team that clinches a playoff berth with a loss?
With a loss.
Think about that shit. They saw us
We
go
are-
out there in Buffalo.
I don't
They
give
saw
a
the
shit.
rain.
You lost 31 to 10.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are talking about the
31,
loss.
31 to
Zach.
3, really?
We-
31
we
to
are
3. That touchdown was scored
Thank
with
you.
like a minute and a half
Okay,
left.
all right.
And guess who made
We
playoffs
knew-
with that
we-
loss?
Dak Prescott was going to have a bad game eventually. We knew it was going to happen.
Didn't
He
realize
wasn't
it was
going to
gonna
play
be
like an
this
MVP. I mean, it's okay. It wasn't. Josh Allen threw for less yards. The only
They
reason they
ran-
won is
they
because
ran for
Mozzie Smith
250
is
yards.
terrible. Do you
You don't
look
ha-
at
you don't
Mozzie
have the
Smith? Go
script,
down
though.
the show. We finally missed on a draft pick, and his name is Mozzie Smith. That guy, I could block Mozzie Smith, and when I was in high school, dead ass, that was that get off. It's horrible. Mozzie Smith
It's
needs to
pretty
get off
late.
the fucking field. He needs to
pretty
get off
late
the
now.
fucking field. We had injuries. We're gonna get healthy. We forget about this week. It's a bad week. It's a
Bad-
bad
Yeah,
loss. We
we
should
can
have
also
won because
talk
the Eagles
about-
lost too. We need to talk about that
We
as
can
well.
also talk about how
We'll talk about that Eagles loss. Don't you worry. We'll talk
We
about
needed it, and they lost, and then we couldn't win. So we can't control our own destiny. It's looking like the Texas Longhorns out there.
James Cook, he's the real deal, though.
Not this year.
I
but
think,
you know
I
what
real
think the
deal.
Bills are the real deal. I
Yeah,
think this is
I
more
think
so
so too.
of a Bills win than it is a horrible Cowboys
think-
loss. Now,
I
it
think
was a
you're right,
bad
Brent.
loss for the Cowboys, but like Zach said, they're in the playoffs. The Bills are searching for a playoff spot. We can see the Buffalo Bills winning a football game with Josh Allen completing 7 fucking passes for 94 yards and a touchdown. The Buffalo Bills winning a football game with
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs 4 catches for 40. The Buffalo Bill? What the fuck is? What are we watching? Like
That
this
was, that was a
team-
good atmosphere too.
Oh, it's because they fired Ken Dorsey and
Yeah, that
Joe Brady
offense
has
is
been
different.
Joe Brady's
Yeah.
been dialing it up.
Joe Brady
Let's actually run the
knows how to play
football.
offense.
You
Guys,
knew
guess
Mozzie
what?
Smith was a bum, and he was gonna be out there.
I saw a quote from him today. It was they asked him why did he run the ball so much, and he was like, "Because it was working. Why do
Why change something why break something that's already working?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Dude, a play caller is the most underrated thing in the NFL.
Can you stop? Can you
Yeah, it's the
stop,
most
Frank? Because I
underrated.
see what you're. I see what you're
I
saying.
It's
just
the
wanna
most
say this, though.
underrated thing. It's facts. You
I
need
want
a
to build
good
off
play
what
caller.
Noah said. I want to build off what Noah said. This game was really favoring them in terms of weather conditions, in terms of the strengths of the teams. But before this OC change, it's like they were relying on Josh Allen to do everything on offense, and that's
Yeah.
why he had so many turnovers. He had to force shit to win.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now they're like, dude, we know we were allergic to running the fucking football, but we can run the football. James
Yeah,
Cook
and-
is that guy.
I talked to a Bills fan and one of my he's a Spurs fan and a Bills fan. It was like if Ken Dorsey was calling that game somewhere in the middle of that game when the Cowboys were still in it, he would have got bored of running the ball and started throwing it around the lot, and Josh Allen
Right.
would have threw a pick and the game would have flipped on its head.
Yeah.
I don't think we should sleep on the Cowboys at all, though. Like I said, I think this is a bigger win for the Bills because that Cowboys team, dude, the to have them at 3 points and for the Cowboys to put something together at the end in the fourth quarter to make it 10. If this Buffalo Bills team keeps this going, and I said it a few episodes ago, I said after this 4-game stretch, this is before they played the Eagles and lost to the Eagles. I said if they win out, we may be looking at the Bills as Super Bowl contenders, and it's kind of going in that direction. Like if they keep this winning mentality up, and if they find different ways to win, I'm telling you, it's leaning towards the Bills being kind of like
Hey,
Super
they're
Bowl
always
favorites.
contenders, though. When you have Josh Allen and a quarterback like that, you're a contender always, in my opinion. It's just how it is.
Like I said, the Buffalo
It's bad
Bills are going to
being
have a
in a bad
home
week.
playoff game.
Yeah, a lot of injuries on the Cowboys too. Though,
I
in
could
that
see it,
game.
Sean. I could see it. I could see it. I could see them catching Miami.
The Bills
Like
are my
our
Super Bowl
horses got
pick.
hurt in the
I'm gonna go
first
ahead and
quarter.
say it.
That's
I like the
relax.
Bills for the Super Bowl.
Let's relax
I
on
I
that
like the
one.
Bills for the
Miami.
Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, we're ready to move, boys. Let's move. Let's keep chugging along here. We got these two games left. Ravens 23, Jags 7. Trevor Lawrence is a fraud. He is
Lawrence
a
fraud.
shell of himself.
Fraudulent.
Very fraudulent. Very.
College prospect who couldn't pan out in the NFL. It wasn't Doug Peterson. It wasn't any of the what was that other guy who came and left? He was horrible.
Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
But is he really like? Do you guys think
He's a
Trevor Lawrence
bitch
could-
too. He's a bitch. No
I don't-
Do you think he'd be
toughness.
successful somewhere
No
else? Do you think-
toughness.
You think Trevor Lawrence would be successful somewhere else, or what?
I don't know why we're talking about him going anywhere else. Like he's gonna,
Yeah.
like he's going to. It's just he's gonna be in Jacksonville for a good while. I look at it on the other side of the ball. The Ravens are just that good of a team. I don't
do you
really
mean?
blame Trevor Lawrence. I don't.
Did you watch the game?
Yes, I did. He played bad. He played bad. I'm not disputing that.
That one where he was running in the red zone and he just dropped the ball on the ground
I've never said that
and then acted
I
like his
never said
ankle
he
was
played
hurt
well.
again?
I never said he played well. But the Ravens are just that good of a team.
I don't know.
That I'm not
Jags if they're a formidable enough team to be able to hang with the Ravens.
They
This
were given
guy just shat
opportunities.
himself.
I mean, you
Oh,
say
so many.
you
He
say
shat
that.
himself.
You say that, but I
They
mean,
were
we
getting-
act like this is like once in a blue moon type of thing. Like they played the 49ers and got obliterated also. It's like they don't perform well against good teams.
They got obliterated by the Niners, 23-7. They were kind of in the ball game, and he drops it. Then he threw a pick too, didn't he? No, he didn't throw a pick. How many fumbles did he have? He might have had 2 fumbles.
Elaw had 2
Yeah,
fumbles.
The fumbles are an
2
issue.
fumbles. Yeah,
The fumbles
2
are an issue
fumbles.
for him.
And that was 2. I'm pretty sure they were on the Ravens side of the field both times he fumbled.
Again, they've been competitive. The Browns was 31-27. They lost. The Bengals 34-31. They lost. The Texans 24-21. loss. You know, they beat the Titans, who gives a shit, blown out. Like, these are winnable games. Is it all on Trevor Lawrence that he's not making the play?
No.
I think so. I think
Yeah,
so.
I agree. I agree,
was-
but I
was a
also
huge high pick.
okay. I gotta bring it back a little bit because Christian Kirk was a big loss for him. That was his main guy, was Christian Kirk.
Right.
So that was a big loss for him. So I'll give
Right.
him that. I'll pull back a little bit, but I'm fully on the Trevor Lawrence hate train. Sorry. Maybe I might have one toe off from that little comment right there, but I'm one toe away from fully getting on.
I think Jordan Love's better than him for sure. So
Not a chance.
No, no.
okay. What can I say?
The Trevor Lawrence slander is ridiculous.
Who
Uh,
has better stats? Who has better stats? Who has better stats?
Okay.
We're looking at
Okay.
stats.
No, it's not crazy what he just said. I don't think Jordan Love's very far off from him currently.
So, you know,
They're,
he has more touchdowns, same amount of
yeah,
interceptions.
Trevor
and less
Lawrence has been
fumbles.
mid all season. How many touchdowns does Trevor Lawrence have? He was
He's
like
having
what?
a bad season. It doesn't
He has
mean
18.
he's just a bad
18.
player.
18.
He has 18. Yeah.
What do
His
you
first
mean?
year, he went.
This is the final
what are you talking
product,
about?
Jake.
Yeah, what?
Not
They've built the
final.
entire team around him
And yeah, they're
to
just
win a
rocking.
Super Bowl.
This is not a Super Bowl roster. Nobody ever said that about them.
Who else are they
Nobody
going to get?
ever said that they were a Super
Who
Bowl.
else are they
roster.
going to get?
I don't know, but someone better than what they have. Obviously,
This could
they
be a
have
su-
Evan Ingram.
This could be a Super Bowl roster if he upped his play.
no.
Yes,
No.
it could. I think it
They
could.
have Evan Ingram. They have Evan Ingram.
Yeah.
End of story.
Okay.
They have
Evan-
a good receiving core.
Ingram-
Calvin
Evan
Ridley
Ingram
is a
do so much
true
more
number.
for you.
Calvin Ridley is like he was one of the top receivers, top 15 at
It's
one
pretty
point.
damn good roster.
That's why
Jake.
Calvin
It's a
Ridley was
pretty damn
number
good
2 in Atlanta all those years, even when Julio was 30 years old.
What do you mean? No, he took over pretty quick for Julio.
Mm,
But I'm
Calvin
just
Ridley
saying,
also
if he
had a
upped
play
his
for
play,
two.
Jake, he has
if he upped
17.
his play, he would be. They would be a playoff, a better playoff caliber team.
No, they would be contending in there, I think.
Anything can happen.
Jake,
in the playoffs.
if you just said he has 18 touchdowns, if that number was, I don't know, 26, 27, and he's played every single game, 26, 27, imagine where they would be right now.
Okay. Yeah.
he has 17 turnovers.
That
Is
too.
that- like, he has 10 picks, and I think he has over 4 fumbles for sure.
I mean, they're not the team's not improving much more around him. They're gonna have to pay him soon, and Josh Allen's contract's up next year. They've got guys,
He has
all these
12
guys.
turnovers.
Calvin Ridley too.
Yeah. I
Well,
was about to
so-
say, who's saying that he had 18 turnovers?
He has
'Cause that's
12.
wrong.
He has 12 turnovers, 10 picks, and 2 fumbles lost.
Despicable. No,
So let's
couldn't
chill
be.
out with the 18.
Yeah.
I,
mean-
don't think Trevor Lawrence is that bad.
No,
I would
he's
say
not.
he's more in the Kyler Murray type conversation right now. How good actually is he?
I'm sorry, but Christian Kirk's just not a number 1 receiver. And that's who he's had all
That's
year.
not
That's
his
what-
wasn't
number
even
one.
playing. He
Calvin
wasn't-
Ridley is
Calvin
a true
Ridley's
number
not a
one.
number 1 either.
Yes, he is.
No, he is
You
not.
just cannot throw him the ball ever.
He is not a number 1.
Calvin Ridley's the number one, but
Okay,
Getting
but
close.
okay, so you expect a wide receiving core that consists of Christian Kirk, Calvin Ridley, Zay Jones, Jamal Agnew, Parker Washington, I guess.
Evan Ingram.
Another Jones, Tim Jones. I'm talking about
Evan
receivers.
Ingram.
I'm talking
Evan
about
Ingram's basically a
Evan Ingram's-
receiver.
talking about
Alright.
I'm talking about wide
Alright,
receivers,
alright,
the
alright.
position wide receivers.
Okay, Frank.
Does
if
a
you
tight
wanna
end not
say
catch the
Calvin
ball?
Ridley, okay, hold on, I got you.
I would
Cole.
say
if
he's
you
a wide
want to say
receiver one.
Calvin Ridley is a wide receiver 1, right? Then he
Okay.
has to be the worst wide receiver 1 in the league because he is 32nd in yards this year, 30th in touchdowns this year, and 34th in receptions this year.
Because he
So if
can't
he's a
throw
wide
him the
receiver
ball.
one,
More
He's
yards
the
than
worst
damn
one.
tight end you're talking
He
about.
can't throw him the ball. He
Okay,
cannot
so
throw
let's
him the
look-
ball.
let's
if
look
he's
at
wide
Garrett-
receiver 1, then he can't say
Let's look
he's
at
wide
Garrett
receiver 1.
Wilson then. Let's look at Garrett Wilson then. Are you gonna blame Garrett Wilson for
That's
that?
a different story.
You
That's not
no.
his. That's not his starting quarterback. What are you even talking
not.
about? How
Are you
can
gonna blame
say
also-
that?
Devontae?
Aaron
Talking
Rodgers,
about the
Garrett Wilson
gonna
is
blame
having a
Devontae?
way better season.
Trevor
Than
Lawrence
Calvin
and
Ridley.
Zach
Quarterback.
Wilson. You need to talk about the quarterback in that scenario.
Are we
too.
gonna blame Devontae?
Right.
Are we gonna blame
Right.
Devontae?
I talk first.
Blame
Just 1
Devontae.
second.
Yeah,
We are
go ahead,
talking about the
Dom.
quarterback physically getting the football to him, regardless of who the quarterback is. Physically getting him the ball. Of course,
Devontae
Trevor Lawrence is not on the
Ball
same
is
level as
cool.
Tim Boyle. Let me talk. Of course, he's not the same player as fucking Tim Boyle and Zach Wilson. Yeah, I get it. But this is about Trevor Lawrence's play, and it's not up to par of what it should be.
I agree. It's not up to par with what it should be. I never said he's playing good. I just said he's not a bad player since because he's playing bad right now. That doesn't make him just awful. Is what I'm trying to
Garrett
say.
Wilson is 23rd in the season for receptions, or 16th in the league in receptions, and 23rd in yards. And he
Yes,
has 5 touchdowns
Your wide
total,
receivers,
too.
your wide receiver
also
stats are a
too.
reflection of your quarterback.
That is true.
With a
but-
worse quarterback, he's way better. So I'm just saying you
Well,
cannot
no,
bring
all-
Garrett Wilson.
okay,
in
hold
those
up,
two.
too.
Quarterback, he's putting up better
Guys-
numbers.
Guys,
Trevor-
how-
okay, hold
all I'm
up.
saying.
This is also an issue. Calvin Ridley has 60 receptions for
Bro.
for more yards than Evan Ingram, and Evan Ingram has 28 more catches than him.
guys,
That's an issue.
because
That is an
because-
issue.
I already highlighted this earlier in the season. Just say Trevor Lawrence isn't playing up to par. If you make it about his receivers, you're going to have incorrect data because the way the Jaguars run is very detrimental through their passing offense. If they play a defense that's mainly zone and passing game, they're going to be targeting Calvin Ridley. Their man beater on that team is Christian Kirk. Look at the stats when defenses have lined up in man as opposed to zone and see which receiver does better.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, it's Christian Kirk against the teams that play man and Calvin Ridley against the teams that play zone. Okay? Evan Ingram pops up here. I don't know when they use him, to be honest. I don't know what the fuck they use that guy
The
for.
time
They
it
just use him.
seems like he has 28 and 30 more catches than Kirk and
More touchdowns.
Calvin Ridley.
On the same number of targets. Like what? That's a reflection on Calvin Ridley.
Talk to him,
He's
Jake.
not a good he's the worst wide receiver in the league if he's a wide receiver 1. That's all I'm going to say.
Devontae's
No.
a wide receiver
There's
one. and
way worse
Devontae-
wide receiver ones.
Devontae's a
way
wide receiver
worse.
one.
Okay,
What
Name
are we
him.
saying about Devontae?
let's talk about Devontae then. Are we going to
Okay.
discredit those games where Josh McDaniels literally had no idea what was going
Okay,
on the offense?
again,
They were running no passes towards him?
Jimmy Garoppolo, Trevor
Bullshit.
Lawrence. Like you're the number 1 overall pick. These numbers should be better. Is all I'm
They
saying.
should be.
When
He's
they've
underperforming.
already
They
built the
should
team
be, but
around you.
that just doesn't mean you have to beat him to the curb.
I'm just
Man.
saying he
I-
hasn't looked
If
that
you would
good.
rather have
I'm
Kirk
not
Cousins,
giving up on Trevor Lawrence.
I'm
I'm
saying
not.
he has to. I'm just saying he's not hasn't been playing well.
Same time,
Seems
still
like
believes
we're-
in Justin Fields for crying out loud.
Okay.
he
Do
got
you not want him
there.
on your team? Do you not want him on your team?
I would take him on my team.
Okay.
I would take him.
But that's
You
the
say
again.
that,
If you
Jake?
want to get into that, our team is nowhere close to being done. This is a finished team. What else more is he gonna get?
A finished team, they don't have a bona fide number 1 target for him. I'm sorry, this is not finished.
Frank, I'm going to say this,
Alvin
though.
Ridley is the number 1 receiver. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but Frank, they don't go to him in any matchup regardless. If you want a world beater, if you want a Tyreek Hill,
Their
the only
defense
thing
is
that's going
not
to
as-
stop that man is a 4th string quarterback or a double team. That's the only way you're stopping him.
I'm sure if we looked at the film, Calvin Ridley's open on some plays. I've seen a few clips where Calvin Ridley
have
has been
to.
open on a few double moves, and Trevor Lawrence has not passed him or thrown him.
Yeah,
the
I would
ball.
like
I've
the
seen-
But
fans
that
in the
happens on
comment
That
section.
happens in every. That happens.
If
to
you're a
every
fan
NFL
of the
team.
Yeah,
Jaguars,
the
what do
fans
you
in the
think?
comment section, let us know if you think Calvin Ridley has proven this year that he's a wide receiver 1. I'd like to know if the
Okay.
fans' response in the comment section on
I
YouTube.
think.
please.
I think
too.
he's
And
borderline.
like and subscribe on
I think-
YouTube if
I
you're over
think
there.
he's a
Breaking
borderline
ball.
wide receiver 1.
Okay, and so hold on. When we were not we, because I wasn't, but when the national media was questioning CeeDee Lamb being a number 1 receiver, that was when Dak Prescott last year was not playing up to par. This is the same situation, in my opinion. Calvin Ridley, the last time he played a full season as a number one wide receiver was with the ghost of Matt Ryan, and he went for 1,400 yards and double-digit touchdowns.
Yep.
Okay.
Now CeeDee Lamb's getting
He
the
is
best
a
out of
number
his
one
quarterback.
receiver, Jake.
All
He's a
right.
He
number
would
one.
be I can name 5 teams to be a number one on easily.
What
If you want to
5?
go there,
Let's
Yeah,
hear
we're
it.
fine.
he'd be a number one on the Packers. That's for
Stop.
sure.
Stop. I knew you were gonna say that dumbass shit.
Ooh.
I knew you were. Stop it.
Would he
Ooh.
not?
That's
Stop it.
kinda
Would he not be
spicy,
the
because I
bona
do
fide
think
number
he
one
would
on the
be.
Packers?
I do think he
Yes.
would be. But
He
I
would
also
be.
thought he was going to be a good player this year. For my
The
fantasy
national
team.
media is going to eat it up when they find out CeeDee Lamb had 600 more yards receiving over the year than old boy.
I'm talking about last
So
year.
I'm
Tyler,
just
not this year.
unproving. I'm talking about last year too. I'm looking at last year's stat. He had
He
fucking
didn't.
30
He
had
didn't play
13.
last year.
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb
Calvin
did numbers
Ridley.
last year.
I'm talking about you saying that they're talking about CeeDee Lamb last year not being a wide receiver one. If they were saying that about CeeDee Lamb last year, what are they going to talk about Calvin Ridley? If he had
It was-
1,359
That was at the beginning of the year.
yards.
That wasn't last year. It was at the beginning of the year this year when they
Last year
when
in
they-
the beginning of this
when he
year,
wouldn't
but
do yeah. But anyways, he would
I
start
don't
on
think he's
the
being
Packers.
overshadowed. No, he's
Packers.
being overshadowed by Christian
He
Watson.
would-
You're
okay,
wrong. You're
Jake,
wrong. Christian
can we-
Watson's our number one.
Forget that
Christian
guy.
Watson's our
Forget
number
that guy,
one.
Jake. Can we agree he's the number one on the Packers? Okay, right? He's the number one there. He's the
think
number
he's
one
the
on the
best.
Texans.
No.
On the
No.
Texans, he's the
No.
number one.
No.
Yeah, he is.
No.
Calvin
No.
Ridley.
No.
Guys,
You
stop.
go-
No,
no,
stop.
okay, no.
Guys, no,
Cancel this
stop. We're
list.
not doing this.
Cancel
We're
this
not
Next
list.
doing this.
game. Next
We're not- that's
game.
not-
We're
we're
not
not
doing
doing
this.
this.
Next
We're not
game.
putting Calvin Ridley on
That's
every single NFL team.
Yeah,
That
No,
was
get out of here.
sickening.
Get
He
out of
would
here.
be. He
Get out
would
of
be.
here.
That was
Ryan
way better.
Tannehill's
Thank you.
connection is too
Yeah, thank you.
strong.
Get him out. Get him out.
You're talking about Trevor
CJ
Lawrence and the
Stroud with
Jags, and now
Calvin
we're putting
Ridley?
Calvin Ridley on every NFL
We're gonna
team.
I would go
He's
crazy,
a wide
too.
receiver one on the Bears. He's a wide receiver one on the Bears.
He's not better than
Wide
DJ
receiver one
Moore.
on the
not
Bears.
What the hell? Next game.
You're crazy if you think
Okay,
that.
next game.
He's
We
right
gotta
behind
pick
CeeDee
Drake.
Lamb, and he
Yeah.
has
Oh,
30
fuck.
less targets. So, and on a way worse team.
Stop.
But all right, next game here. Seahawks 20, Eagles 17. Fluke game, I'd say.
Fluke game? Fluke
No,
game?
Frank.
Fluke
That's what
game?
happens
I don't
when
know.
the
But hey,
roster's
I'll take it.
exposed.
I'll take a fluke
No,
game to go
it's
2
just-
games above the Bears.
Trevor or
It's my cushion
Jalen
over.
Hurts is mid. Jalen Hurts is so mid.
Okay, but you can't deny that offense is not mid.
Look,
That
I'm
offense-
not
No.
gonna call it. I'm not gonna call it a fluke. I think it's extravagant plays, like extravagant throw after extravagant throw, extravagant catch after extravagant catch. Like this is just the shine.
He's
the
about to
talent
put the backpack
of the
on.
Seattle it's the talent of the Seattle Seahawks coming up with 145 left to
Mhm.
beat an Eagles team that wasn't ready for it at all. The Eagles
They
led the
weren't.
whole game,
Is this your
but the
team?
They were
Seahawks
not
was-
ready.
Seahawks fan, Brendan?
Drew
What?
Lock. No, you got to
It's
give
just
credit where
football.
credit's due, Jake.
It's
Drew Lock.
football.
Yeah,
What's it?
let's
A
see you put the
98
backpack
yard
on,
drive?
Brandon.
A
Oh, here we
98
go.
yard
Dale's
drive
put it-
for the win? Or
Ugh, come on.
the win
Come on.
over the Eagles? Yes, sir,
on.
Bill. Like, that's
Man, I'm
weird.
not gonna no
Jack,
Is he
expectations.
better than
No.
Gino? Is he better than
man.
Gino?
Hey, what did I say last week? What did I say last week? I would not be upset if we saw Drew Lock the rest of the year. But
Dude, he
with
does
that
have
being
an
said-
arm.
You did step back a little bit on that.
With
though,
that
last
being
week.
said, Gino will win us more games. We are competing for a playoff spot.
Yeah.
We're in that kind of like what Brendan said earlier about the Packers. We're in that gray area where we're not going to have a high pick in the playoff hunt. So we might as well just try and get healthy and we might as well try and win. So I'm happy with what I saw last night. Leonard Williams is an absolute beast. I don't care what anyone
Made a lot
says.
of big plays.
He
cat.
made plays. Jalen Carter was nowhere to be found except for that one play he had where he blew up Anthony Bradford. I just want to throw that out there for all you defensive rookie of the year voters. Jalen Carter was invisible.
That's already
Devin
Venice.
Witherspoon happened to be hurt. That's why
That's
we
already-
didn't see him though.
That's
Yeah,
already Venice.
Tariq Woolen, bench.
Well, that's
Now-
that's a developing story, man. You know, I did not
What?
see that. I did not see that coming at all.
Is he
What
going to
happened,
want out?
Jake?
Some people are wondering, is he
Was-
going to want out?
I don't know what he's gonna want out of. We still have him under contract for at least 2 more years.
Hey, still on
But
his rookie,
okay.
right?
Big storylines coming. Big
But
storylines.
we'll see. We'll see what goes on there. I'm very interested to see because when he came in, he didn't necessarily look good. He didn't look bad, but he came in for like 4 plays and then got pulled out. But Michael Jackson was actually locking people down. Like he played a phenomenal game.
Jamal Adams was a healthy scratch as well.
Yeah, he was
wasn't
at
even
home.
in the game.
At
You know, I
home.
thought I don't know. I read something that Pete said he was dealing with some injury, and then I saw something later that said he was a healthy scratch. So I don't
Yeah, it was
know
bullshit.
for
It
sure
was bullshit.
He's
what it
had such
was,
a bizarre
but
season.
I will not lie. I was talking to Noah about this last night. That defense looked a hell of a lot better with him off the field.
Oh, yeah.
You
The
can go.
Of course it
You,
was.
you can go to the play last week.
The safeties looked worlds better. Julian Love is an absolute baller.
Because they can guard people. He can't. I told you he's a linebacker.
Yeah, he's a linebacker.
You can go
He's a
to the
linebacker.
play
If he's
last
gonna come
week.
back- if he's going to come back, I need him to play linebacker so that we have some speed in the middle of the field because Bobby Wagner, I love you, my guy. I love you, Bobby Wagner. I appreciate what you've done for us. But man, oh man, is it hard to watch you try and guard a tight end in the middle of the field. It's just it's I love you, Bobby Wagner, and I don't mean to say any bad things about it, but he's just not as fast. He can't keep up with them. And when he's chasing after dudes, it's like it looks bad. It looks real bad.
Yeah.
So I would not be opposed to seeing him or Jamal Adams come in and play some. That's what I thought the main plan was going to be with him this year anyway, but we don't do that. We don't blitz him. We drop him in coverage and we man him up on slot receivers and think that that's just going to work. And it's not. All in all, though, big win for the Hawks. Derek, fuck you and your Eagles. Preston, I love you and your Eagles if you're listening. And yeah, Drew Lock football, baby, man. What a performance from the kid. Got to feel happy for him.
Oh, yeah.
Feel happy.
Eagles, I don't know where you go from here. They've
They'll be
got to do some
fine.
soul searching. They're really
They
They'll
got
be
the
fine.
Giants 2 to the last
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
weeks. They'll be
The
fine.
Eagles will be
They'll
fine.
I'm predicting an early playoff exit.
That's fine.
They'll be fine. They
I
will
don't-
be fine.
Early
I don't
playoff
know.
exit.
I don't know. They just maybe Sirianni's too big for his britches, man. That guy pisses me.
Actually,
They're
interesting
finally getting
stat.
some of this
Ever,
talk.
ever since that head of security got removed from the sideline, they haven't won a single game.
Yeah, I know. I did see it. Big Dom DeSandro.
Big
Yeah.
dog.
They will be fine.
That motherfucker.
Drew
was
Lock
awful.
had the best drive of his life. 2 extravagant plays from the Seahawks at the most perfect
Hey,
time. They were
I saw
controlling the
this
whole
on-
game.
I saw this on Twitter. Someone I don't really agree with this, but it was kind of funny to laugh about. Someone said we might need to talk about DK Metcalf as one of the most clutch receivers ever because every single time we have a game-winning drive, it's always fueled by DK making plays and tight catches and game-winning touchdowns and stuff. And that catch he had where he pinned the ball against the back of his leg when James Bradbury was batting that shit out, that was crazy. I for sure thought he dropped that.
James Bradbury, by the way, was in coverage on that slant. He was in coverage on the slant that got the drive started. He was in coverage on the DK Metcalf sideline catch on the right side. He was also in coverage on
He
the
was just
Jackson
getting
Smith
roasted the whole game.
He was
Roasted
getting
the whole
roasted
game.
that whole drive.
Yeah.
The whole drive.
Whoever
What's
offense.
crazy to me is you're an NFL DB. How are you getting cooked while playing off coverage?
Yeah. I don't
Like
know.
he's just getting ran by. I mean, I'll
Yeah.
take it. I'm
not a
not,
whole lot of attention to detail, but
I'm not upset at all.
All right.
He's going to be a world player.
yeah. All right. Well, that's all of them, boys. That's all the games right there. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks for
That's
watching.
gonna be the Week 15 NFL recap.
Happy holidays.
Now, well, no, Horsecock Locks of the Week. We got
Presented by Tree Deep.
presented by Tree Deep.
What about
There we
you?
go.
One
Does Tree
second
Deep have a
here.
slogan or anything? What do we got? Is there an ad?
It's,
Is there an ad read or anything? You didn't send me the ad read.
It's all you ask for and a bit more. Tree Deep
Okay.
trimming.
Okay. Well, there you go.
There we
like
go.
that.
There you
I
go.
like that.
All right. Last week,
Hey.
Frank went 1-1. Zach went 1-1. Noah went 2-0. Jake went 1-1. John went 2-0, and Ty went 0-2.
Yep.
What was my one that I was wrong? Was it the
Broncos
Broncos?
+5. They got
Yeah.
smoked.
Yeah, that was just bad.
Yeah,
It
They
was
got
real
smoked.
bad.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What was my game? Did I not bet on the Colts last week?
I did.
No, Noah
bet
bet
on
on them. You took
That's
Falcons
right, Noah.
-3, and they lost.
Fucking Arthur Smith, those bum ass
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
And Tony Pollard anytime touchdown, and he didn't score.
Fuck that shit too. Those bum
Alright.
ass motherfuckers. Rico Dabble's bum ass. God fuck.
It's
So
not
Zach
like
Martin
he's-
went out too.
Fuck off. Let's get into this. Can I go
All right.
first?
Hold up. Y'all mingle a little bit. Mingle. I gotta write this down real quick.
Fucking mingle. What the fuck is this guy
Mingle.
talking?
What do you mean?
Mingle.
Write it alongside.
We've been talking for the past 2 hours.
Yeah,
Fucking mingle.
write it alongside. You don't have to put the 2-0 right now.
No, I'm not doing it right now. I gotta write your name down. Damn it. So it's easier and we can get through it quicker.
Jesus.
You just let me do this shit.
Jesus.
Fucking serious.
All right.
Subscribe to the
We're ready to go.
YouTube if you're listening on podcast.
Yeah,
we appreciate
Make
everyone
yourself
that's
something
listening.
useful. There you go, TD.
Yeah,
Advertise a
We
little bit.
appreciate everyone that's listening, and thank you for coming along with this journey with us. I appreciate y'all.
If you made it this
Okay,
far,
there you
type
go,
in
guys.
"Dub Bears" in the comments.
If you made it this far, let us know what your favorite item in the Binding of Isaac Rebirth is to start with, or your favorite character.
Okay.
Actually, let us know if
All
you
right.
even know what that game is. So
Wow.
we're gonna. Can I go first, Frank? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can go ahead, Ty. I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go back into my Justin Ross for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's his receptions. It's not out there right now, but it's probably gonna be at like 0.5 even. It might. He hasn't played all season, so it might even be at 0.5,
I
maybe
think
1.5.
it's gonna be at 1.5.
1.5 probably. I would say 1.5 at the very most. It might be 0.5. Like I'm serious. He hasn't
That's
played
too
damn near
far.
all season. And then I'm also gonna go with Dallas Cowboys plus 1.5. That's a mistake. Sean said it. We haven't lost in about 3 years.
Since Dak.
So let's do it. After a loss, the Dallas Cowboys played their best game ever. If there was a two game, I don't even know what I'm about to say. Y'all go crazy, man. It was a fun
Okay.
one. I love y'all.
All right, I haven't gone. I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna take Colts plus 1, and Justin Fields over 1.5 passing TDs.
Sleeper had him at 0.5.
That's kind of free.
It was.
It's really bad odds though.
Yeah, it's probably
It was
like minus
like-
280,
it was like-
right?
It was like
Minus
1.3.
He's thrown 3 tubs against the Cardinals this weekend. So
Big boy.
3 tubs.
I'll take
All
this
right.
next one.
Brennan.
I'll take this next one. So Colts plus 1 against Atlanta. What the
You
fuck
can't
is
do that. I just did that.
Damn.
You just do that.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'll do Dolphins minus 1.5.
Oh wow, Dolphins minus 1.5. Not bad.
Oh, the fade. Okay.
Right.
It's
Right.
not that bet. It's really not.
Really not. And this one's free. And this one's free. If you want to make money, smash this one here.
I'm already writing it
Um,
down.
What is
This
it,
one
Frank?
is free.
What is
Jordan
it?
Love over 1.5 passing touchdowns.
No, it's actually Buccaneers plus 1.5 plus 1 versus Jacksonville.
It's a player prop. I need a player prop. You already gave me your you gave me Dolphins minus 1.5 player prop. So that's what you're going with. Jordan Love.
Here, no, I'm
over
sorry. I'm
one-
sorry. I'm 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 redoing all of it. I'm redoing the whole thing. So
No, I
really
wrote
want-
this in pen. You can't.
Damn, bro.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Dang, Frank just
Yeah,
forcing his hand on a prop bet.
I guess
That's
so. Anyways,
crazy,
it's fine.
man.
It's fine. I like the Jordan Love. I like it. Also, Packers -4.5. We're winning that game against Panthers. Must see. Catch
Do you
that
want
game.
that instead of Dolphins?
No.
Full Packers lineup? No. Okay, he's good. He said. All right, next.
I'll take it away here. I'll take,
Alright.
I would take the free horse cocks that I've been giving every week, but I gotta, spice it up a little bit. I'm gonna take the over in Arrowhead this coming weekend on Christmas, over 42. 42 straight, no 0.5. Just 40.
Chiefs and who?
Raiders.
Oh.
The Raiders.
And for the player prop, I think I'm going to keep it in this interesting game in Detroit Lions, Minnesota Vikings. I like the Amon Ross, St. Brown, anytime touchdown.
Is that what you think?
All right. Hold
Okay.
on. I gotta close this door real quick.
This guy for real.
Yeah, there's a professionalism in here.
Yeah, I know, right? And I get blared at for
Recording on the phone, bro.
blasted
I said,
for
look, make an
getting
example.
on my phone when I'm in the car on my way home.
This guy Ty freaking comes and turns the washer on right next to me.
All right.
Next.
Am I the last one?
I
No. Zach and Jake haven't gone, so
You go ahead, Noah.
beat her up here.
I think I went second last time.
I got my player prop is Kaimi Fairbairn, 1.5 field goals made. And then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I don't know if anyone's take. Is anyone taking Lions spread yet?
No.
Not.
You are in the
All right, I got Lions -3.
pick.
All right. Zach or Jake? What do y'all want to end it here? Who wants
I'll
to
go
end it?
ahead.
All right, Jake.
For my, it's kind of funny because I'm gonna take my player prop from the very first game of the week, which is going to be Kyron Williams over 111.5 rush receiving yards. He smashed that in I think 4 straight. I expect him to continue that. And for my spread, I am going to go to Christmas Day. I'm gonna watch this hit. Give me the Ravens +5.5 because they are winning. Take them outright at +180 if you want to. Give me Ravens
Okay.
plus.
Okay, Jake. Okay. All right, Zach. Put us
All right.
down.
Let's see. Okay, I'll do my spread bet first.
All right, what do you got?
Give me the Packers -5 against the Panthers.
Of course.
They're not doing that shit again. And then CMC anytime touchdowns. Come on now, big game, big dog. You know who they game planning. You know who the Ravens gonna try to stop. Hopefully the Ravens get the W, but CMC got to cook.
That shit is free.
All
Always.
right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the horse cock locks of the week presented by Tree Deep.
Tree Deep.
You want to do the ad read, Brendan? Go ahead and do the ad read.
Hit them.
All you can ask for and a bit more. Thanks for joining.
Okay. Well, there you have it. Want to wish all the listeners a Merry Christmas, and that's going to be the podcast. You guys come back next week on Wednesday. We're going to have another recap for you guys, and then we're hoping probably next week, right before the college football playoff, we're going to get one out to you guys about previewing the college football playoff because our Texas Longhorns are there, of course.
Yep.
And they are winning the national championship.
Yeah.
Quit doing that shit, Sean.
Yeah.
But Yep. Just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and thank you guys so much for listening. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
And Stewart's gonna be a Longhorn.